The Scottish borders, a region of outstanding beauty. At every turn, the visitor meets with sweeping panoramas of well-grazed slopes, hills and moorland, forested valleys and sparkling rivers. An area with a rich and turbulent history, reflecting centuries of conflict between the Scots and their neighbours. This is a land much fought over, burnt and raided. Tales of heroes and adventure spring from the very stones of its imposing ruins. Grim tower house strongholds stand guard over bleak hilltops, and down in the valleys stand the ruins of magnificent abbeys, home to the monks who founded the textile industry that's still a vital part of the border country economy. 1,200 miles of quiet country roads make the area a touring paradise, especially for visitors on 2 wheels, or even 3. At the heart of this picturesque region lies Kelso, an important market town at the confluence of the rivers Tweed and Teviot. Just to the north of the town is Floors Castle, Scotland's largest inhabited house and the ancestral home of the Dukes of Roxburgh. Its ornate design includes 365 windows, one for every day of the year. Kelso makes an excellent base from which to explore the Scottish borders. At one time, Kelso Abbey was the wealthiest religious house in Scotland, with extensive landholdings and over 7,500 sheep. The turmoil of border warfare led to its final destruction in 1545, and now only its facade, transepts and tower remain. Admission to Kelso Abbey is completely free, dispelling the myth once and for all that the Scots are a thrifty race of people. The spacious Kelso Square claims to be the largest in Scotland. The imposing townhouse was built in 1816 by public subscription and remains an important civic building. The town is used to welcoming guests, with a wealth of inviting hostelries, inns and restaurants. The nearby racecourse and border showground attract visitors from all corners of the globe, but rarely do they arrive on such gleaming machines. The sight of a Goldwing is not completely unknown in these parts, and the locals are happy to give them a warm reception. Down at the showground, you might be misled into thinking that the circus is in town, but no, the signs reveal the truth. The Goldwing Owners Club of Great Britain are back in Kelso for their 23rd British Treffen. The Border Union Showground, Monday. Many club members pitched their tents here several days ago and have been busy getting everything ready for the thousands of people who are expected to attend the event over the bank holiday weekend. In charge of security, it's the Bear, so that's one area firmly under control. Another is the plumbing and sanitary arrangements, once again in Martin's capable hands. Rumours that he's sponsored by Playmobil are apparently completely unfounded. This is the era of high technology, and Billy is in charge of communications, so he's actually got plenty of mates.
If you're in telecommunications, does this mean you are technical?
Very technical, but unfortunately I'm having to do all this myself this time. And the slave drivers from the management team are really giving me a hard time.
And there's a whole new standard in professionalism this year, isn't there? Everything's laminated, there's up on notices.
No expense spared, everything's been done.
So what about your side of things? Is it
It stands up as well, yep, absolutely.
What does it involve? Are we talking just walkie-talkies?
No, talking modem links.
Really?
So that we can connect to the web.
Live uplinks?
We're live up, right, and we're right up to date.
Are we on the web right now?
We're on web as we speak.
Wave. Hello, Mum.
Bye.
In marked contrast to previous Treffens, the new facilities at the showground provide excellent office space and canteen facilities, much appreciated by the Treffen build-up team. These people have developed the skills involved in the management of chaos into an art form, and the plethora of computing equipment means that they'll be taking their talents to new heights this year. In charge of the bookkeeping, who else but Leslie?
It's alright, it's a funny angle, people won't realise. So this means you'll know how much money to take to the bank once you've worked out how much you need?
No, I've got to work out what they need when they start their work, when the Treffen opens, so...
Keep it a small float, won't you?
Why? Maybe.
Have some prudence. Yeah. Someone's got to keep control of the purse strings.
No. If I give them lots of coin, then they don't have to keep coming and asking me for...
I see.
And I get a bit more time off then.
They'll want to buggy them to carry it around the place.
They haven't even got me an electric bike this year.
No, they're not?
No, it's pedal power this year.
I thought it was when you brought your own.
No. What am I doing?
You're all right with Scottish money?
Oh yeah, it's a bit funny. People don't like it, but...
Because I'm going to take you back to England and they'll just...
Oh yeah. Oh no, they don't like it. Well, it's not going back to England this time, because I'm on a boat to Zeebrugge on Tuesday night, so...
They'll accept anything over there, won't they?
Yeah. So it's been dumped at the bank Tuesday morning and let them get on with it.
Will you carry on?
I will.
I've not done much yet.
It's the sterling efforts of the unpaid volunteers that keeps the event going. And there's every opportunity to volunteer for the 101 duties listed on the information board. Rumour has it that there's even a rota for getting on the rota.
I'm trying to find out which one the wife volunteered me for, actually.
Alright, so you can't see your name anywhere?
Not at the moment. So it should be Wednesday, somewhere on the gate.
Midnight?
Probably. Amongst all the other jobs we've done.
But it is tea break.
Feeding the volunteers is a vital task without which the whole programme might grind to a halt. Catering arrangements are under the control of Commander-in-Chief Kath, so we know that any instances of food poisoning will be entirely due to off-site catering.
It looks very sophisticated in there. Is there any free orange juice?
Yeah, some there if you want.
Whoa! Look at this. Cheers.
We have got one in ours.
No, when we went there.
Oh, he's taking lots of photographs.
Is this the complaints department? Complaining about something?
No.
Oh, no. I just ate him. He's the punch bag.
No complaints.
I thought you were safe here, didn't you? Just sat here. Hello. How's it going?
Busy, as always.
Have you been sorting t-shirts, so?
We have, doing the ones that have ordered them and paid for them beforehand, so we can fast track them through when they get here. Yeah. Oh yes, we're up to modern speed now, aren't
Very
we?
impressed, very impressed.
So like the old video,
Do we have just-in-time ordering as well and all that sort of thing? No.
The ordering.
Just too late. It's just too late usually, isn't it?
Don't throw your fag packet. He's in the cake. I thought it was for the workers.
It is.
Is he the worker?
I've got a sweat on, yeah. I've got a sweat on.
Got a sweat on. Holding a camera.
Me again. You don't want to take me again.
It's important to ensure that all basic essentials are available on site, and the same goes for non-basic essentials. The best place to find these is at the club shop. That is, of course, once Ken gets his opening stocks to balance. Amongst the most important essentials are the Treffen t-shirts, so it's good to see they've arrived in time.
I see. I
Any
don't
colour
suit
you
blue.
like, as long as it's blue?
I don't suit blue.
No? What do you suit?
Bugger all.
Oh, well, there you go then.
Do you want me to get them out?
Oh, yes,
What are you
please.
talking about now?
Hey, she's going to get them out.
She's going to get them out.
She's going to get them out. Go on,
She's
get
going
them
to get
out.
them out. She's asked me if it's all right to get them out, and I said yes.
Do you want me to get them out?
Yeah, go on, get them out then.
Well, get them out for you.
Oh dear.
This spacious display area is earmarked for the traders, so the chrome will stay gleaming come rain or shine. But let's hope the latter prevails. Organisation is the key word. Ken's just about got the whole thing mastered, so it's a shame that this looks like his last year in the role. Looking to the future, Ken's had the good foresight to bring along his apprentice to learn the ropes. So far, he's grasped the bare essentials.
They're all there.
Well, have another few hundred there.
Just in case. Oh, is all this actually going to get laid out and look well in another 48 hours' time?
Well, it does every year, doesn't it?
Well, it does, I must admit, but this year, I think you might be up against it this year.
Why?
Well, there's such a lot to do, look. I mean, and you've all them to counter, no?
70. Never say never, Roy. Never. No, it's easy. It comes easy to me because I've done it that long.
And you've no apprentice to help you?
No, I prefer it that way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Under control.
And in full control or not at all.
Have you got it all out at van? Is it all here around you?
It's all. Yeah. This is the empire, you can see.
Just a bit of merchandising to do and you'll be all right.
There we go.
You having your own toilet this time?
All I want now is a load of customers, and I'll walk away a happy camper.
Yeah, you'll be all right then, I'm sure. And even if it rains, you're laughing in here, aren't you?
Well, laughing anyway. Never sad with my looks, have I? Surely.
Things are slowly coming together outside, well lubricated by numerous brews of tea.
An official eye on things, just to make sure it's all going well.
Yeah. Just having told me it's well I can.
Everybody's saying that to me, I think I'm being cold.
Oh, it's cold, yeah.
The main marquee is up, but as yet, no walls. This, in fact, is part of the master plan. It's so much easier to bring things in, plus, with no lighting in place, it would be pitch black inside.
Have you got the trapeze sorted out then? Is that one? Going up there somewhere?
Have you seen the one at the top? On the very top of the towers across.
The border country is a haven for wildlife, and the same applies to the showground.
Just in the doorway to that building,
Yeah.
up in the rafters, there's some baby swallows
Really?
nesting.
That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is there a preservation order on them or something?
I don't know. I think we're going to sort something out
Have
so
they
they
paid
don't
an
get
admittance fee?
so they don't get disturbed.
No, that'd be
But,
nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Come and have a look.
All right.
We'll show you where they are.
Back inside the marquee, the main job in hand belongs to the electricians. This is no job for anybody with a fear of heights, and the Bobcat proves to be invaluable at improving access. If you think you have trouble with your Christmas tree lights, spare a thought for this lot.
Have you found the fault?
Fault? No fault. Only put it together so far. Lost my screwdriver.
Is this emergency lighting or the full thing?
This is general lighting. This is at the moment. Was it? If you look at the roof, it's as black as Club 10. So we need a ton of lighting in here.
The chairs and tables have arrived, but the most important job right now is to finish the fencing.
Has fencing always been your hobby?
Oh yes, I always like fencing actually. Yeah, it's the nicking it I can't deal with. Fencing is not a problem, though, is it? Yeah, get rid of it.
Back to old cold things. Can you mean 5 o'clock at the office for everything? Old cold things, 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock back at the office.
How many minutes is that you've got to finish the job then?
24 we're doing.
I'll be all right.
The inscription tent is coming along nicely, almost complete and ready for fitting out. The whole site is a hive of activity, and the wings glide in and out of the gates like bees. Once again, together with Gary Ford, Mac McEwen is joint Treffen coordinator and can be found, as expected, installed in a buggy with a telephone glued to his head.
All right, Dan, I'll catch you shortly. Cheers, mate.
You do right to come and see what they're doing, because it all looked wrong to me.
If it's not right, it's wrong. If it's not wrong, it's right. Just on the fence, mate, just as just
advertising.
Well, it's not advertising, it's just Honda to break up the entrance and make it look nice.
So for aesthetic reasons, then.
Aesthetic, yeah, that's a good one for the day. Monday afternoon, we're thinking aesthetic.
There's still plenty of camping space to fill, so let's hope the wingers arrive in their thousands. At this point, perhaps a quick prayer will help? It's such an extensive site that walking from one end to the other takes far too long, so let's hitch a lift and see who else is already here. Back in the office, it's progress report time. They're a determined and capable bunch, this lot, and if any aspect of the event needs rescuing, these are the people to do it. As evening draws on, the sun goes down on a Treffen with all the preparations well in hand. But who knows what tomorrow will bring? Hopefully the stage and the sound gear.
Morning.
Are you with the circus?
Yes.
Well, it's a
Yes,
bit bright.
He's one of the clowns.
I'm doing my makeup later. You know, you've got to work on it. I'm just putting my sunglasses on so I can see it.
You've got your nose on already.
Ah, you didn't notice.
So these people early or late with all this stage? And
Yeah, we're running a little
late.
bit behind schedule, but we'll should be able to finish by today on time. We'll catch up. It's not a problem.
So we can have our ears blown off later today.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Just got to do it. Yes, another year, different place. Nice to be back, man. It's a nice sight. Nice
Have you
to
got
be
your
back
tartan
here.
undies on?
Oh, I look great in a kilt, but I've got a dodgy knee, so I daren't wear it this year, you know.
1 o'clock means just one thing: lunchtime. Whilst the guys here have been building their muscles, the gals have been attending to the victuals.
Is it all untouched by human hand?
It's all, everywhere's been miltoned and cleaned and...
Lovely.
We'll have the eggs, hang on, I'll put the eggs here, sausages here, try and fit the beef in there. Oh, sorry.
What's on the menu today, Liz? What's the favourite?
There's egg and there's sausage rolls and there's chicken and there's beef.
That's pretty good, eh? Something for everyone.
Very good, very good. And I'm going to get some soup, I think, down there. Oh, no, soup.
Is this the headless biker? Oh no.
It's a hairless biker.
The only one we got with a 6-inch parting.
Yeah, skid mark.
There used to be a fly on there. He said it used to be a footpath up here. Now it's a common.
You have to get some bloody cloth.
You're not hungry today, then?
No, I'm on a diet.
Oh, very good.
Been watching my figure and it's growing and growing.
Bon appetit.
Merci. I've got my wedding card. You don't work at Salvation Army, do you, other days?
That's in the other life.
It's 5 beer tickets, you know, for that lot.
That's all right. Working hard.
It's frugal, that. Frugal.
I've got to wash my figure.
It's rocking up. We'll shoot him in a minute.
Have you found any brain in there?
No.
Is it hurting?
No.
Put me down.
No, I didn't even bleed.
All you want is the real way.
I thought I'd have to kneel you down.
Yes, no, I'll get her in a sec. Lauren's back.
It's like a scene from Oliver Twist, this, isn't it, or something?
It is. They've never seen our artist on Oliver Twist.
You're getting near the front now, you'll soon be eating.
I've got to go work in a minute. I'll have to leave it.
Film the girls.
You should look relieved now.
Can you film all the girls and the kitchen?
There they are.
The girls in the kitchen.
Girls in
These
the
are the team who've worked hard.
Well done, girls.
Start with Mandy and all the other girls over there. They've done washing, cleaning, sweeping, bin bags, you name it, they've done it. We've catered, I think, for about 5,000.
Oh, is that many?
Probably 200, yes.
I think they're going round twice.
Get yourself a sandwich, Roy.
Kath, Don's tea.
There's no rest for the wicked, or Steve and his family, who are busy giving Barry a hand to offload the Appleyard offerings. Is it just Steve's good nature, or does he want to be the first to spot the best bargains? As the traders get everything into place, it's easy to overlook the small band of stalwarts plotting in the corner. Yes, Sandra's team are at it again.
Going to be judges at each event.
Just look. This is what I was telling you about.
Ooh.
Right? The quiz.
That's where they should read it all.
Right, yeah. And when you get down to that one...
You're evil, really, aren't
I
you?
am. We've got to score.
Every year brings something new to the Treffen, and this year is no exception.
This area here is for hairdressing. Clairvoyance next door, and in that wee room in there, that's where you can actually get a rub down or various other bits and pieces.
Really?
Yeah.
There'll be a price list?
There should be, yep.
And who's running this off? Are they club members? Or?
No, it's actually people from Straven in Lanarkshire. They're coming along to actually do that.
Very interesting.
It certainly is.
We're looking closely at this site.
Yeah, so you can come along and get a massage and your nails done or a wee trim.
You're suggesting I need a wee trim?
Just a wee trim for a rub down with Goldwings.
As the photographers get set up, the site manager and his boss arrive at inscription.
Well, we're going in and get ready. I'm tired.
What
contrary to rumours, we're now going to pay to go on the site.
Nice one. You got your money in your pocket ready?
Yeah.
Got me check.
50 quid.
How much is
50
it this
quid.
year?
£50 for the two of us.
Is it? That's
Yeah.
money well spent though, isn't it? As long as your wife doesn't find out about
It's
it.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 6 days.
Where can you get valuable like that?
Well, that's it.
That's it. We'll see the ladies in the tent.
The goodie bags are ready. The staff fully briefed. Even the local tourism office is doing its bit. Vitally important is the information board with its full schedule of events, subject to change, of course. As another camper arrives, the last of the speakers is unloaded and lifted into place. Inside the marquee, the international flags are beginning to appear. Another job for the electricians.
Usually they get a celebrity to switch lights on, don't they?
I am a celebrity. Real famous in our street.
Just how do they do it all? Well, the Bobcat's part of the secret, and the rest is best left a mystery. Another important part of the Treffen build-up is the PR. It's vital to show appreciation to the townspeople for their welcome, and to let them know what's going on. As part of this process, several hand-picked wings have assembled in the main square for a photo shoot. Quite how they were hand-picked, nobody knows. If the photo doesn't frighten them off, then there should be a bumper turnout of townsfolk for the Light Parade and the Parade of Nations. But more about that later.
Good. Thank you very much, everybody.
Everyone's famous for 15 minutes. And that was it. With the photo shoot over, it's back to camp and the essentials of everyday life. There's just time for a breather before the cry goes out for all hands to help in the marquee setting out tables and chairs. It's certainly far from ready yet. The stage is being worked on and there's lots of electrical work to complete. The question is this a case of too many cooks or many hands make the lights work? I'll warn you now, the jokes aren't going to get any better. We'll leave the work in the marquee and head off to Inscription, where there's a steady trickle of business. Every year seems to see more and more people bringing their caravans, and this year was no exception. Here's a sure sign of progress, the sign itself going up. And another good sign is that the beer's arrived. Things are really moving now. Out go the tables, and the technical team starts to think seriously about setting out the floor. Danger, craftsmen at work. To be honest, it's a bit more Charlie Dimmock than Lawrence Llewellyn-Bowen, but at the end of the day the floor is going down, and that's all that counts. The sound system is in place, all very impressive and no doubt capable of rattling your fillings in masterly fashion. Carol's thinking ahead about the opening ceremony. The question is, has the DJ brought the right music? Will the floor be finished in time? Will the marquee be complete? If the bar's open, will anyone care? The tension in the air is electric. That is, it would be if the wiring were complete.
It's 3:15. We opened at 7:30. I feel like Alan Titchmarsh.
The ultimate test, a bear in clogs. With work complete, it's time to celebrate with a chocolate mouse from Biker's Mum. A first-class job done. But where are the wingers? It's early days. Inscription has only been open since 12, and there's a tidy lineup of wings down alongside the tent where things are looking surprisingly organised.
Are you pre-inscribed?
Are you Bill or Ben?
I'm Ben. Robin. There, look.
Are they keeping you busy?
Oh, aye, definitely.
We've done very good.
Yes, we've done very well so far.
Very well.
Very
Who's
well.
told you?
Eh?
Who's told you?
Doreen told me.
Oh, that's all right.
Didn't you, Doreen? I've done very well. haven't I?
Yes,
Tell me about pre-inscription.
you had the opportunity to fill in a pre-inscription form and pay in advance. So when you arrive, you don't have any hassle with queuing, filling in forms, finding cards or anything like that. It's all here ready for you.
There you go.
And you get your goodie bag.
And it's highly recommended for next year.
Yes, and it's all
And how many
sorted.
people do you reckon have pre-inscribed?
250.
That's probably about
That's
a
good.
quarter
It
of
is
what
very,
will
very
come
good.
then.
Yes, good turn.
Not bad at all, is
So
it?
we hope to encourage, by having a nice system, we'll encourage lots more people
And
next
have
year.
a few arrived so far?
Yes, we're doing. Well, the
And
boxes are less full.
are they all in alphabetical order? How do you find them?
No, this is in numerical order, but
see.
we've got to back up alphabetically.
Well, we've got some right systems this
I
year.
know, we're working on it. No, we've learned. We've had a couple of snags, but we've learned by that. So next year it'll be even better.
The team behind the desk are working hard to perfect their technique before the big rush comes. The refreshment on tap for all arrivals is much appreciated. And having been refreshed, it's time for the next most important job, getting the T-shirt.
Does he usually take a large?
He usually takes a
Oh,
large.
he should be all right then, shouldn't
Yeah,
he?
on this occasion though, I don't
Quite
know.
shy, really.
Hey, try and retire. Go on, try it on. Give
How
us a
about one of
twirl.
these nice pins?
Whee!
You don't take everything off. Oh,
It's going to go straight on, isn't it?
Yeah, really tight.
Is that right? Everybody's got to have an eagle to join the club?
Yes.
Eh? How come nobody else has got one?
L&L. Oh, she's going to paint me one on later. No. Don't go there. She's got dogs painted on her.
What do you think, love? Eh?
Perfect. That
Ooh,
was,
suits
that
you,
was
sir.
red for it, that.
Suit you, sir.
Brilliant,
You're
that.
not taping this, are you?
No. I think he looks like a new man.
Yeah. Could do with doing, yeah. Taking 10 years off. Taking 10 years off it.
Right, no problem.
Another one sold, eh? My God.
Another one
How many have you got
sold.
left?
Not many now, they're going quick,
Going fast.
going very good.
Definitely.
How about the pin?
Next job? Signing up for a few more jobs. The volunteers' rota sheets are on hand and filling fast. The best suggestion, if you want to get away from it all, is to sign up for the refuge. OK, all signed up, sticker in place. Next step, find a pitch. On the main gate, it's vital for staff to keep an eye open for covert Harley-Davidson riders trying to sneak in as wingers.
This looks like an old cricket scoreboarding office or something here, doesn't it?
It is. It's not to do with Goldwing, is it?
You just put the scores up. How many overs? You had any trouble yet this afternoon? You haven't had any gate crashes?
None at all, yeah.
Oh, the ones that cause trouble get turned away.
So you said to have 6 or 7 people around here a minute ago, and now they've all gone. Was it because they saw me coming out?
Probably.
Is it change of shift or something?
Probably.
Not till 5 o'clock, we're here till 5.
Well, some of them are still on the run, you know.
So, come on, what job titles have we got?
Well, I'm driving the quad, taking all the luggage from cars around and tents from cars, people that come in the cars. And
Hello, sweetie.
Hello, sweetness.
And has that been exciting today?
Oh, wonderful! Yeah, it's lovely.
Any
Sort of
particularly nice items you've taken around?
just a huge tent, 200-pounder.
Really?
Yeah, well, so it seemed, but no,
Well,
it was
you're
fine.
doing a worthwhile job then.
It's been relatively quiet, yeah. So we've just been sort
Are
of
you
chilling
wanna
out,
get- you wanna
getting
get
chilly.
tomorrow?
I may well be doing something tomorrow. I'm doing inscription tomorrow and later tonight.
You better be doing this. You get some sunshine.
Yeah.
What about
Get
your
well
colleague?
ventilated
What
as
about your
well.
colleague, your other half, wherever he's gone. Oh, he's gone.
He's disappeared.
He was there,
Yeah,
wasn't he? He was there.
He's not exactly camera shy, so I'm not sure why he's not here looking at you guys.
He's going to get changed.
No, he's hiding behind the camera.
Oh, yeah. He's there, look, he's there. Are you saying you never get on this video or something?
No.
And have you been also generally assisting portering?
Yes, yeah. Tony and myself, yes, we're good porters, aren't we?
That's all you can say, isn't it, really?
We're going on inscription at 5 o'clock, so we're actually doing 3 jobs in one day.
You're in VQ for that.
Yeah, we've been fencing, porter in, then we go on inscription.
I'll take my hat off to you.
Thank you, sir.
I
You
would
haven't got a
have
hat on. That's it.
There you go.
Right, have a nice day.
And the wings just keep on coming. Some people just like to see themselves on camera, so they keep riding in and out of the entrance. But the way to keep young and good looking is to ensure you get plenty of exercise. At least that's the theory.
Have you just been for essentials?
Pardon?
Have you just been for essentials?
Yes, we have.
I thought you got beer there, but it's milk, isn't it? Oh, it's milk, yeah.
Meanwhile, back on site, newcomers are busily seeking that ideal pitch. And when you've found it, it's a simple job to put up the tent. At least that's what it said in the instruction book. There are pros and cons about pitching a tent next to a shower block. The first thing to do is to check that they're fully functional.
Has your wife seen you underneath this toilet block trying to see up ladies' dresses?
Well, you know, I've got my little drill and I'll be drilling away shortly when the camera is not watching. But at the moment, I'm just playing with my log.
You've come down in the world. You had your own buggy last year, no?
Exactly.
And what's this? Your own bid?
Well, council workers this year. Look like that.
Well, you can hardly reach down to get your stuff, can you?
Look at that, it's got my own handle on it.
But it, well, no,
fully transportable.
It's a workmate as well, isn't it?
Exactly. This was all our own idea, you know, we can take it anywhere, look at that. Follows me anywhere I go. Turn round, backwards. I spent 6 years serving my time, but my wife thinks she knows it all in 10 minutes.
Is this good marital therapy working together like
magic.
this?
Aye.
Magic.
We've only been divorced 3 times this week. Okay?
Right, now you want the one up there like that.
Nah, but you want that tightened up and you want one run over there like that to hold it.
Right.
As the wind gets up, tent pitching becomes an extreme sport. But it's great for the flags. Some people pretend they've been shopping. Really, they're taking a look around to see who's got the latest tent or sneakily upgraded to an 1800. Better still, upgrade to a complete miniature caravan, the latest Goldwing must-have. As the sun goes down, the wind gets even stronger. Coming back from Tesco involves taking your life in your hands.
Right. Is it windy enough for you?
It's bleeding windy enough, ain't the word for it.
Take us away. Is your tent still down, do you think?
Ours is, it's a trainer team.
Oh, well, you're all right then, you're laughing, aren't you? Like
Just go down to get a Barbie now.
Very nice, very nice. See you later.
Bye. See you later.
Meanwhile, the field is filling up nicely as more wingers set up camp. It's a shame the bar's so far away. These wingers are having to resort to water.
Will that be all right for you, just for an hour or two with that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Be enough there. Will that last you all weekend?
All 5 days.
What is this? Just for a shower, or is it literally?
Just a drink.
Just a drink. Lovely, that. Lovely. And you've got a queue behind you. Look, she's going to get a lot more in her bottle.
Do you think so?
It will. When it expands, it's one of them clever
yes,
scientific
it is.
ones.
It's a clever one.
Where have you both come from today then?
I'm from Telford.
Telford.
Yeah.
A bit Welsh, that, isn't it? No, a bit English, but nearly Welsh.
Nearly Welsh.
I'm from good old Yorkshire.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I could tell we had something in common.
Are you from Yorkshire?
Did you have your last taste of fish and chips before you left?
Aye, the other day, yeah. Right, it's running over now, because you've let me talk so much.
You haven't dribbled, have you?
Yeah, because you've
Oh,
let
it'll
me
be a
talk.
muddy mess now.
Right.
So you've won a fish as well, then?
Yep.
It's the old jokes are the best ones, aren't they? Are you going to have to carry both of them
Looks
for your,
like it,
your
doesn't
good
it?
wife?
What are you videoing for?
I don't. Well, just to
It's
see if
just
it
on
works,
camp,
really.
yeah.
Just to see if it all works.
Right, well done.
Before I go on the Parade of Nations.
Right.
I don't know why I bother really.
Where are they going? Because we've only just got here this
No, I don't. There's maps everywhere.
Is there?
It's all organised in a big way this weekend.
Yeah, then you're making your good lady carrying flowers. I don't know. Typical Yorkshireman.
Hello.
Hiya.
Is this a Scottish poodle?
No.
Hi, English. They're not poodles.
It is
It's a Bichon.
It's a poodle. What is its official name?
What is it? It's a Bichon. It's a Bichon cross
It's not. It's a
between
miniature
a toy.
poodle.
It's a cross between a
She's not a
toy,
miniature poodle. She is just
miniature and a
poodle.
Bichon.
Bichon
Really?
French.
You wouldn't think it, would you?
And a gorgeous poodle.
And how did she get here?
On my bike.
On the back of Shirley's
My
bike.
bike.
I ride the wing, Shirley rides the Virago.
You like it, don't you? Yes. It's a gorgeous girl.
Have you got special provision for doggies then?
Sorry?
Have you got special provision on the back of the bike?
Yes,
for
I've got a box, a little box she sits in. Or when
yeah.
we're on the wing, I hold her and she loves
Yeah.
it.
She's quite happy.
Oh yes.
As soon as she
She
gets the
loves it.
box out, she knows
She
we're
loves it.
going
Gets
out.
the wind in her ears.
Yes, it.
Girl, aren't you? You babes. Let's go get your drinks. You're thirsty, aren't you?
Good evening. What do you think of your site here then? Are you all ensconced here? Are you ensconced here, Debbie, or are you on a look around?
No, I've just pitched my tent there. I've just got here actually.
And you thought you'd come and see how the other half were doing things?
I'd come and camp here next to my septic friends.
And are you happy to see her?
Yeah?
Oh,
Anybody.
isn't one of your gentlemen, let me just think, you're not one of the Australian characters, no?
We're from the United States.
Ah, that's all right. Well,
We talked to you yesterday.
Why am I saying this when there's a massive flag behind
Yeah,
it?
and one on the
If I did a
side.
bit more looking and a bit more listening and a bit less talking, I'd be all right, wouldn't I?
And septic. Do you not know Cockney rhyming? Septic tank is
Yeah.
yank.
Oh, is that what it is?
There
You know, I learn such a lot on these weekends and then immediately forget it afterwards.
I don't suppose you get Yorkshire rhyming.
No,
saying
no.
that.
So did you fly over to come here? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Well, we flew to London and we've been touring for 3 weeks so far. We're going to have another 2 weeks tour of Scotland.
Right. So did someone lend you a couple of wings when you got here?
Valkyrie,
Valkyrie
and a wing.
The Silver Wing.
Marvellous.
Peter Russell.
Excellent. So we owe him a vote of thanks, do we?
Oh yeah. We do.
Marvellous. Is he supplying the petrol as well, or do you have to buy that?
No, that's a shock.
It is, isn't it? So
lot more expensive.
how does it compare? About twice the price you're paying at home?
About 2.5.
So you're not going to do much riding?
Oh yeah, we are. We'll pay the price.
We've done almost 2,500 miles.
Have you? So it's worth every penny, every
Yeah,
scenery, isn't it?
That's right.
Anyway, do enjoy the weekend and we'll see you around, all right? How will we recognise you at the fancy dress? Anything special?
No. This is it.
Oh, marvellous.
About as fancy as we get.
See you later.
Yeah.
One of the best things about a Treffen is that you can just wander around, meeting friends old and new, and you're always assured of a warm welcome.
How on earth have you got here from Gibraltar? About a long ferry trip or?
We
Through Spain?
rode, we crossed Spain in 2 days, then we crossed France, which was hell.
In the heat?
In the heat. And then we went into the Channel Tunnel.
Yeah.
And then we just came over.
As easy as that?
Yeah.
And how many weeks was that?
4 days.
That's not bad going, is it?
We could have done France in 1 day if the heat wasn't being.
How many trousers have you worn out doing that trip?
One. Loads of underpants.
But you've got here now, that's the main
Yeah,
thing.
That's it.
Are you looking after someone here? Have you ridden over the horizon to help somebody?
No, I've just been dragged out of my work as usual to have a look at a bike.
Oh, I see. Is there a symptom or something?
We think he's got a diff seal gone.
Right. Have you got one with you?
Not a seal, but we'll have a complete diff here tomorrow.
Right. Is that what's going to happen?
Easiest way. Rather than strip the complete diff down, just put a diff
Bolt it on.
Yep.
Will he get a good trade on it, on his old diff?
No, we'll sling it away.
Somebody will want to buy it on this site. You'll sell it. You can sell it to somebody.
No, with converting the EML trikes, one of the things we do is replace the diff.
Right.
And put an EML one on. And we've got plenty of diffs sat there doing that. So if it helps somebody out and gets him on the road, that's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Wonderful. See
Can
you
I go
later,
now?
Barry. All right.
Cheers.
Yeah, you go on.
Work continues in the marquee. Now that the walls are on, it's just as well there's plenty of light.
Would you say you've just about finished?
Come back next Monday. Nearly there.
How's it going so far?
Oh, it's been extremely well run. Just all you need to do is look at the bar staff and see how well organised they are.
Waiting to serve, aren't
Just
they?
waiting. All we need is the people to come and enjoy it.
It's time to grab your kilt and get down to the marquee. It's showtime, Scottish style. Amid all the excitement, let's grab a word from Chris Easter, club chairman.
It's about to start then, what do you think?
I think it's about to start. It's been a very good setup. It's going to be a brilliant experience. It's absolutely wonderful atmosphere here, and I'm really impressed with the way things have gone. I'm looking forward to 3 or 4 days of really good fun. It's been really good, and thanks to everyone who's worked hard to achieve what we've achieved so far. Thanks very much, and I'd like to thank everyone else for coming. Thank you.
Really wonderful. It's an amazing start to the 23rd British Treffen. I'd like to thank everyone for the setup here. I think they've done a marvellous job. It's been a really good team effort, and we're really on cue now, ready for a good time. So without more ado, I'd like to thank everyone and say welcome to the 23rd Treffen, and let the show commence. Thank you. The Treffen's open.
Next on the agenda, another dose of Scottish tradition courtesy of the Lanella Highland Dancers. They've made it look so easy that it's tempting to have a go yourself.
Did you enjoy that?
I certainly did. I wanted to do that for years. It's marvellous, bloody marvellous.
Thank you very much. Not a problem, sir, not a problem.
No, not that, right. What did you think of the Scottish version of the Irish jig?
Very, very good. Very good. Very good. No, I do prefer the Scottish one now.
You're going to try it later, eh?
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to have a good go.
Come to our tent, you'll hear the Irish version.
Oh, we're coming. I'm coming in, don't
And you're drumming.
And I'm drumming, yeah.
Did you see it?
The big pom-poms and the... God, I wanted to do that for years.
Have you?
If the pipes are not your bag, there's only one place to escape them: the quiet bar.
You've got pink trousers on, Mum? No, I haven't got my pink trousers on this time.
I think the bar staff are looking superb tonight, aren't they?
Thank you very
Very
much.
presentable.
Turn round.
Did you borrow that from
No.
That's what you want. Are you proud of her?
Barrel Wheel Club.
What's the first? This is John. This is my mum's sad, pathetic bag. His glasses are full.
It doesn't sit on the back of the top box then?
No, and look at his sad, pathetic T-shirt as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dear. You're not proud of that either, then?
No.
Oh. How long are you stopping for?
Me? What, here?
Yeah.
What, in the bar?
No.
I'll be gone in a minute.
Is the young man having a good time?
Yes,
Are you having
Excellent.
a good time?
Yeah, he's enjoying himself.
What do you think? Did you see the dancing?
You haven't done no dancing, have you?
No, you didn't fancy any of the girls that were dancing? Is this the committee?
This is Head Man. Head Hunter. Head Hunter.
He's not complaining about these pens.
No. These are Gibraltar pens, these are, you know.
Absolutely. Oh, we've been there. Hang on, I've got a Gibraltar pencil.
Have you?
You've been bribed, we've all got one.
And for the cultured winger, what could be better than a new designer T-shirt? From Far Canal, of course. Over on the main gate, it's a lonely existence for the night shift.
Have you got any beer or anything down here?
Nothing at all.
Not allowed to drink on duty.
Might have a coffee later.
Juice, but no beer.
No.
Not even for medicinal purposes?
Actually, I've got some alcohol in my pocket. A wine gum.
A wine gum. No, all right. Have you been busy tonight?
Not too bad.
Dribs and drabs.
Okay. There's a lot of wussies going home.
Aye,
Yeah.
Bed and breakfast.
Are they?
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, what sort of carry-on's that?
Well, that's disgusting.
They're not like us Yorkies, they can't stick it out. So, but no,
Surprised at that.
it's very quiet. Drunks are coming back sober.
They are drunk, no.
So, drunks are coming back
back sober. And
What time do you finish here?
8 o'clock in the morning.
Really? Oh, right through?
Right through.
Are you going to be sleeping tomorrow? Are you going to just...
No, I'm sleeping during the day because we've got tattoo tomorrow night. And at least that way then I'll be wide awake for that.
Oh, look, somebody wants you.
No, that's not us.
What's your call sign?
Front gate. Main gate. Security main gate.
Well, we'll leave you to your nocturnal activities.
Oh, we aren't going to get up too much, are we? As other halves.
So they'll come back and keep you company every now and again.
Hopefully we'll do a swap over later and have a wander round. Yes.
See if we can find any trouble.
Something coming on? Yeah. Excuse me.
Action.
Excuse me.
Something to do.
Action.
Wristband, please.
There you go.
You're on camera now, nicely.
It's got to be done officially and right. Have you enjoyed yourselves in town?
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah?
Lovely.
Faye in particular when she got all her clothes off.
Well, it'll be all right, wouldn't it? Good night, ladies.
Thanks a lot. Good night. See you tomorrow.
Don't give me a wave.
See you
Body
tomorrow.
language.
Bye.
Thursday, Treffen Day 2. Cloudy skies and rather cold and windy. But that's not going to stop a winger smiling, is it?
You look a lonely figure, pacing the grass.
I'm cold.
Has it been exciting so far?
Oh, wait, here, the gate?
Yeah.
No, not really.
What time do you have to... Can you knock off at?
Oh, 11.
Oh, that's not too bad, is it?
No, no.
What's that? Just 2 hours?
3.
3 hours.
Just do your bit, don't you?
Are you going in search of water?
Inscription need more water.
Oh, are they going through too much tea?
Too much. Too much lemonade and orange juice and...
Over at Inscription, it's early doors and still quiet. Everything you could possibly need to know has been posted on the notice board, and there's certainly a lot going on. Even kayaking for beginners.
Well, it's early days yet, though, isn't it? Thursday morning, what is it, 10 o'clock-ish?
Yeah, we've still got nearly 720 people in, or 720 inscriptions already.
Already?
So, and it's only Thursday, so...
Looking good?
Looking good, yeah.
Looking like a record place.
And how many still to be pre-inscribed? You've not many left, have you?
No, there's about 30, probably.
Yeah. So it's been a success this year, this pre-inscription, I understand.
I think so, yeah. All the people who've come in and who've done it have been out singing its praises, so hopefully a lot more will do it next year and it will make the whole thing much quicker and much easier.
Is it just apply to people from the British Isles, like pre-inscription?
It does at the moment, but we are hoping to find out some way for the Europeans to be able to do it as well, because we don't. It's the euros and it's the bank transfers and stuff like that. That's the complicated bit. But I think Leslie and Duncan have been trying to sort something out, and I know they've got a big Interreg meeting in Luxembourg, and they might try and raise the subject and see if there's anyone can come up with an easier way to do it.
If people went on the web, they could sort of find out how to do it, couldn't they? You know, that would be the way to probably...
Oh, it's all on the web. The problem is that in order for them to pay via the web, you'd have to be set up with credit card facilities and stuff.
As long as they've got an address or a phone number, they can get started, can't
they?
Super duper, we'll leave you to your strenuous activities.
Thank you very much.
Have you had your breakfast yet, or is that coming later? Are the husbands making breakfast?
No, I've had breakfast, but everybody's working now. If they aren't, I want to know why.
On the inside, if you're going
Ready to go on our buggy duty, we are.
Oh, get frozen assets.
Have you saved any lives this morning with your hot tea and...
Loads of lives saved. Put a little bit of rum in it for them, you know. Give them rosy cheeks.
They need it this morning. Have you got a heater under there?
No.
Are you not?
No.
You're just having to sit there and freeze?
Absolutely.
So you had a bit more work to do. You could keep warm, couldn't you?
Yes, it's been quite quiet today.
It'll pick up later though, won't it, do you not think?
Well, we'll be doing something else by then.
Oh, that's all
we all change over.
Brilliant. Thank you. What's next on the list for you?
I don't know.
Did you get your instructions?
Well, it depends whether we see what my husband's doing later.
What he's put his name down for.
Yes.
Look, I've got a bit of paper coming now.
All right.
That's what it is.
But he also wanted to ride his 1800 up there.
You can pass on now.
This you should have been down here at 8 o'clock.
I should have been down here at 8 o'clock.
when we were really working hard.
Right, you were really busy then?
No, we were getting all the stock out, really working hard.
Sorting it into sizes?
Yes, well, what sizes we have left.
Is that going fast?
Very busy, yes. We're out of large, we're out of extra large.
Really?
Yes.
Did this come as a surprise?
It is, although a lot of people pre-ordered this year, and there's still a lot over there, other side, but...
And who does the illustration depict, do we think?
That was done, it was a mixture of two people.
I mean, he has a familiar look about his face, doesn't it?
Well, depending on what generation you are, it's either William Wallace or Mel Gibson from Braveheart, so it does depend on the generation. But beautiful designs this year.
Have you got yours already?
I have mine. Mine was pre-ordered, yes, when I pre-inscribed.
This is organisation.
Which is absolutely brilliant, the pre-inscription side of it this year. Makes it so much easier and so much faster.
That's what we like.
Sorry?
That's what we like, isn't
That's
it?
right, yeah. So what few T-shirts I have left, once inscription closes, I'll be taking down to the traders' tent and selling them in there for a couple of days.
Very good.
And hopefully we'll have nothing left by the
You're a
time
stalwart, aren't you?
Someone's got to do it.
You've been to the supermarket tent
Again.
And what delicacies were you saying you got?
Smoked salmon.
Lovely. Is that just as a biting on?
No, that's for eating tonight while we're over at the Scottish tattoo
lovely,
thingy.
that, yes, very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. Do you want to see me tattoo? I know you better.
I wonder.
Out on the field, the entertainment continues. Initially, we thought it was a free-fall parachuting display, but then we realised it was just the newcomers erecting their tents in the teeth of a gale. Putting up a tent is certainly a challenge, but it's not the challenge.
Yeah, they're running a challenge through the weekend with different events, different bits and pieces, dressing the tents, treasure hunt on the bike. There's 13 different challenges and we have to do 10 of them.
Oh, making a Goldwing.
Making a Goldwing, what's the others? A form of quiz, fancy dress.
How many in your team for this event?
There's 10 in a team? No, 8 in a team. 8 in a team. And we have to do 10 events out of 13.
Right, so have you delegated jobs, right? You're all having to go at everything?
I think I've been delegated to do the skilled riding, which would be a laugh. The only thing you learn is how to pick up a Goldwing, I think.
We know how to do that.
But yeah, it should be fun.
Who's doing the gardening? That's one job, isn't it?
We're doing.
Oh, we've got a little tent for our hamster.
Oh yeah.
We're hamsters, and we're going to dress our hamster's tent up this afternoon, and then it gets judged at 4 o'clock Friday, and it all goes to points towards the competition and see who wins.
Are we going shopping this morning?
Oh yes, I'm shopping in Kelso.
Have you got your raincoat with you?
Look out, it's the Yorkshire posse and they're heading our way.
I thought it was the Magnificent Seven coming towards me then as you were coming down there.
It's Yorkshire Wings out and about.
Out and about.
You going shopping?
You going shopping?
Yes, we are.
Got your money in your pockets?
Of course.
Excellent.
Not so much. Not so much.
And how far have we just come this morning?
Wiltshire.
But you've not driven through the night?
No, 348 mile. We left at 3 o'clock this morning.
So you have come right up through the night?
Well, if you like to call it night, yes.
I'm very impressed. Very impressed. And you look fairly refreshed and ready for anything as well, even after an all-nighter.
Whatever.
We stopped off in Penarth truck stop for a nice breakfast.
Oh, that sounds good.
Oh, it's
full English?
Big, huge. They called it a hungry trucker's breakfast, they called it.
What time would that be? About 5 or 6 o'clock or something?
No, what time was that? That was about...
8:45.
Yeah, 7:45 this
very
morning.
Very civilised.
We wanted to get past Manchester over the ship canal before.
Yeah, we got thick.
We got there.
Well, that's it now. You can relax for a few hours.
Thanks very much.
The tent areas are filling up nicely, and the caravan park is practically overflowing. But where are all the wingers? It looks like the grey skies are keeping them indoors.
Morning. Good morning. Is this the South Pole outpost here?
This is the South Pole talking to the Leyland Eagles Motorcycle Club.
Well, we're actually trying to find out where you can get best sheep from.
Sheep.
Well, there'll be 1 or 2 round and about. In fact, I think I saw a few at beer tent
in
last
Scotland, it's not rain, there's no sheep. We must be at the wrong place.
It's Kelso. Oh, it's going to rain. It's nice tomorrow. It'll be all right tomorrow.
How many have you got in there? Is there about 500 in there?
We just had breakfast.
Oh, right, very
Is
nice.
nobody in the pit?
No,
in the pit.
So what do we think of the weather this morning?
It's cold.
It's about Scottish weather, I think.
Very cold.
Somebody's just told me this is going to be the worst day of the weekend, though. It's all up.
I hope it is, and then
Well,
it's
we'll
going to be
take
fine
your
for
word
the
for
rest
that,
of
then.
it.
You're cozy here, though. You're all well set up.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, yeah. It's everything we need.
What have you got planned for today?
Going down the supermarket first,
Right.
then coming back and having a good look round.
And then having something to eat.
Good. I went to Trade Hall this afternoon.
Yes.
Are you having to go on the treasure hunts at all, do you think?
I doubt it.
You can have a steady time.
Just steady, relaxing, different
It was a
from
long
work.
ride down yesterday.
Yeah, where did you go? Where do you come from?
Nuneaton, Warwickshire.
Midlands, yeah.
Up the M6?
No, the A1.
Yeah.
Come up the A1 and
Roughly
the A68. Nice winding road.
6.5, 7 hours.
Yeah, it's a bit of a stint, that, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Brilliant.
My muscles are aching.
Well, we'll let you get on with your supermarket trip. I'm sure it's
Right,
been
thank
lovely.
Okay, thank you.
Are we having a cosy time in here, are we?
We're having breakfast.
Oh, right. It smells good.
We are having
If the viewers could smell that, they'd be impressed, wouldn't they? What is it? Full English breakfast?
Oh, no, just bacon and tomato batches.
Oh, lovely though. Nice.
Tony,
did you
setting up?
is there somebody still in bed in there?
Oh, yes, Tony's still
Oh,
in
I
bed.
see. Good morning.
Good morning.
She's waiting for batches to eat in her bed, I think.
Did you overdo it last night at all?
No.
She's just always like this.
Yeah, just a typical teenager.
She's not a morning person.
Not a morning person.
We're not going to. Nobody's here going to rush over to the office to get their O-level results. Was it GCSE results or anything tomorrow?
No, nobody's old enough here. Including the parents.
Yet to come. We'll leave you to enjoy your brekkie.
Thank you.
All right then.
The ingenuity of the average winger is something to behold. Who'd have thought of combining washing facilities and beer cooling? They should patent the idea. It appears that brownie points are being earned in large quantities. They may come in useful for bargaining in the trade hall.
Have we just arrived, or is this routine maintenance?
Just arrived.
Very good. Well, you're doing well. The wind's dropped, isn't it? It's easy to put tents
Should have been
up.
here 10 minutes ago.
It was getting the better of you, was it?
No.
You would have turned your sound off if you would have been here 10 minutes ago.
The language was a bit
You would
rich,
have
was
definitely
it?
turned your sound off 10 minutes ago.
Is he enjoying himself, do you think?
He is,
Of course he is.
yes.
Better when they get down the pub this afternoon.
We've been on the road since midnight.
Have you? And where have you come from?
Farnborough in Hampshire.
It's a fair trip.
Yeah.
Since midnight.
Yeah.
So you fancy getting some kip now, I imagine.
No, wide awake now.
You're going to last through. You got second wind.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had curry last night, I've got the third win.
Is he always like this, or does the camera bring out the best
No,
in him?
he's always like this. He's even worse.
It always looks easier on the video.
Oh, you get a demonstration video?
Yeah, but you've got to be 6'6" with about 12-foot arms to hold the centre.
I can feel it's coming on to rain. I think you'd better
to do the lot.
make a bit more effort.
I am. I'm trying my hardest.
It looks like this might take some time, and catching sight of the Trotters Trading Company trailer reminds us that the trade hall is open, so let's dash over for some bargains. Too late, they've all gone.
Right, okay, no problem. Hello, Roy.
Hello, we'll have 3 dozen, please.
3 dozen? You've got it.
Somebody told me that this is yours.
It is?
Is it? Have you just done it now?
Yes, I have.
I bet you're pleased, aren't you?
Well, I will when I get it.
How soon can you be riding it?
About fortnight's time.
Really? Let's take that lot.
For the September the 1st.
Nice. Pretty nice. And
I like it.
did you get was it good value?
Why,
I'm spending something, aren't I?
Was it a spur of the moment decision, or was it organised?
No, we've been thinking about.
So you...
Oh, just this weekend.
Yeah, really?
Aye.
So you saw it and you fell in love?
Oh, I like it. No, this has just come.
Right.
He just brought this
It's a lovely looking
Saturday. Last night he brought it.
Lovely looking. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's my birthday present.
Is it?
Yes.
21 again?
65.
Gorgeous. You're joking?
There she is.
Which one's yours? Go on, show it, mate. That's yours, is it? Your own personal one?
That's our own personal one.
And you'll love it, dear.
We love it. And HGB built that. That's the first one to be built in Britain.
Very nice. I love the flowing lines to it. Gorgeous.
Beautiful.
And what's the suspension like, Chris?
Fantastic.
The suspension is so much better.
What did you have before?
We had a California sidecar 1500 before, but that had a straight axle with a Carrera shock on either side. But this has got independent suspension with an half shaft, two half shafts at the bottom, one big coil spring which takes out all the bumps. It's so much better. Oh, it's a dream machine. It is a dream machine.
I'm agreeing with them.
Yeah, we've had it 8 weeks now and we've done 3,000 miles. And she's fantastic. And HGV had done such a marvellous job. And we are the trike travellers from South Wales Rings.
Unfortunately, not all of us are in the market for a new trike. Thankfully, there's something in the trade hall to suit every taste and pocket, and I mean every taste.
What do you think then? What do you think? You get your checkbook out?
No, not this time. Maybe later.
Is having a television fitted?
He's having a CV fitted. The latest in gadget technology.
It cost me very cheap. Very cheap.
What have you bought? What have you bought?
Just a t-shirt for my granddaughter because she came in the other night with a Harley Davidson t-shirt and I permitted the living daylights out of her. So I had to go and buy her a Goldwing.
She was living dangerous.
Oh, she was. So I had to be a Goldwing t-shirt. She's desperate for one.
I've got a dash off with Mac, he's got a problem with the bike. They're sending all the bids over. Oh, sorry.
I bet by tea time tonight you pulled a thread or something.
I better not have. It's a present for the wife. She didn't know we're buying it yet.
Did you like it?
She better had. That sort of money. She spends.
It's quite tight.
Oh, tighter. Yeah,
definitely.
She bought me some nice little bits for the bike, so I thought I'd buy her something back.
We surprised.
Yeah, which is nice for a change.
Say hello everyone from Italy.
There are some tempting deals on offer, but you've got to be prepared to put your money where your mouth is. That's definitely the motto at the club shop.
You just haven't got enough hands, Ken, that's all it is, isn't it?
I've got enough for what I need.
What do you know, Neil?
Yeah, that's about.
Would you like a sweetie?
I'll have a sweetie, I don't mind a sweetie at all, dearie.
There you go.
What have we got? Oh, lovely. Cheers, humbugs for you.
That's just 20 pence, please.
Thank you.
There's something for the kids. Or your top box, for that matter. Something else for the kids is happening in the marquee. This morning's Wingnuts event involves designing your own Goldwing. It's great fun, and it seems there's no upper age limit.
You put it in there?
Yes, it can go up on the side.
I'm going to put it in the gallery. Do 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 do. This one's going to win. This one's the winner. This one is the winner.
Weird.
Everyone's a winner at the Treffen. behind the trade hall there's even more deals to be had. It's all so tempting, but it's important to remember to keep something in reserve for the beer tickets.
You're going to test your new CV?
We are indeed, yes.
I thought the UK frequencies were exactly the same.
No, it's I on this particular set. It's I for the UK channel. That's the one. AM channel 22.
Well, you should be all right there then.
Well, we hope it works. Yes.
Right, that's the one I got at the side where I've had the CV fitted.
Trying to give it to all in change?
Thank you.
And when you've bought your bolt-on goodies, don't forget to buy the bolts, or your friends will think you're nuts. Yes, sir, metric or Whitworth.
I don't think I've got any...
Some magical gunge in your tyre might avoid a puncture. This is a product that one or two wingers will wish they'd invested in by the end of the weekend. Dougal didn't get much chance for a break all weekend, but he did manage to get a great many wingers back on the road after suffering mechanical setbacks. The charity pot benefited too. By Sunday evening, Dougal had raised £300.
Was it still rideable in that condition, or did you have a bit of a problem on that?
His bike.
Well, it was still rideable when it was.
Yeah.
But you just spotted it and thought we'd better do something.
Yeah, I was over 100 kilometers from here, and he takes me from here. That's a very good service.
So they picked you up and brought you back?
Yeah, she picked me up.
Very good. So whereabouts were you?
That's a very good service. And I would tell you, many thanks. That's not normal in a Treffen.
So they've got you back here. Have you got a new tyre yet?
Yeah, I got a new tyre and
it's arrived and it's going to go.
I can go home.
Excellent. Good job to you.
Thankfully, most of the wings in the shed were waiting for cosmetic enhancement of one form or another. Engraved windshields and intricate paint jobs are still as popular as ever.
How long's your waiting list already for this weekend? Booked up till Saturday night?
No, not quite, but we're busy into Saturday. After Saturday, it's calms down a bit. But usually by Friday evening we're booked out for the weekend. So, but I should imagine all the traders are pretty busy. It's a packed weekend at the moment. It looks like.
With such a long waiting list, we might need a haircut by the time the wing's ready. No problem, every eventuality has been thought of.
Do you think you could do anything for me?
Yeah, we're good. What would you like done?
Short back and sides.
Short back and sides, no bother.
Anyone fancy a dream catcher? We all know where the dreams are. Over in the trade hall. What we do need is a clairvoyant to tell us if we'd be able to keep up with the payments. Talking of dream machines, it looks like Issy's got herself in the queue for some extra paint work.
What have they done for you today?
I've been waiting all morning to have it done. I'm going to work around this afternoon. Scrolls, writing on the front, both sides, left and right. Here, Tango in the night.
Tango in the night?
Yeah, across here. And a full moon and star. Half a moon. First crescent. Tango in the night, yeah. Half. A crescent there and a couple of stars on the other
What colour
side.
is that going to be done in? A sort of moon colour?
Whatever
he
knows
has
what
with his
to do.
brush.
Full moon fever here, a full moon and a few stars, and then I have a few scrolls.
So you've not been
on the
tempted to
back.
trade it in? Because you've had this a year now, haven't you?
I've had it 14 months. No, I spent my entire life savings on this bike because I never got married and I never had kids, so I got a 1500 and that's always I wanted it. But now I've got a man of my dreams now, so I may have, something may come along, maybe. Cycle on the 1800. I'm prepared to do all that, yeah. But I won't be able to ride this.
But don't go rash, don't go rash.
Okay.
An unusual trailer always draws a crowd, and this is no exception. It's certainly an eye-catching design, but is it practical?
Do you You don't think it's a weapon of mass destruction?
Certainly not, no. Goldwings are friendly things.
It's been a while since breakfast, and the rumblings are starting. Time to call in on Biker's mum.
You're not going anorexic, are you?
Well, I feel cheated because all the blokes around, they've got these great big...
I've not noticed that.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll be able to catch up in a few years.
No.
Well, there's a lot of these fellas that have got this thing. They're all trying to lose that and become like you.
Look.
Hey, no
You
flashing.
want to be proud of that. £1.40, love you. Thank you.
If you fancy something more substantial, there's plenty on offer. Just get in the queue behind Shirl.
What are you going to have, Shirl?
Washing the chips.
Oh, yeah, that's
Keep
all.
going. Yep, it's enough for now.
You're trying to sort of go easy during the day.
Oh, yes, it's very fruit there. The chips to wander around.
Is that steak with everything?
No. Just a burger.
It looks very nice. Bit of greenery in there, very fresh.
It's very
Healthy.
difficult keeping it in.
Very healthy. This is your other half. I'm getting his ketchup on his chips.
No, getting vinegar.
Can you recommend the chips?
Yeah, good.
All right. You don't even have to blow them to cool them, can you? Just hold them in the air a minute.
Just hold them up for a few seconds.
It's all too much for some, but we don't have time to relax. We've a garden to build if we're going to enter the challenge. We thought there might be stiff competition until someone told us this was actually a farmyard. Let's call in on Hampshire Wings and see how they're getting on.
We'll come back tomorrow, and tomorrow it'll be fantastic.
You sure?
Yeah.
What have you got? Pansies and
No,
hardy annuals?
we got sunflowers, and what's the other flowers? Some other flowers. It's a hamster haven.
Is it? Which team are you?
Hampshire hamsters.
Right.
So you come back tomorrow, and we'll have hamsters in deck chairs. We've got an Australian hamster.
Really?
Yeah.
What's that with a pouch?
You'll have to see. And what else have we got? We've got a water feature.
Yeah. And it's all in the
It's all going
in
to
the
be
trailer there. I want to
Yeah,
tuck away at the
we've
moment.
got little watering cans.
Well,
and
will you have
little-
time to set all this out tomorrow? Because you're not going on a run or anything.
No, I'm staying here just to do the
Just for
garden.
this? You're a martyr, aren't you?
That's what I call a beard.
Have you met that guy before?
Yeah. So you come back tomorrow.
Right, we will.
And it'll be marvellous.
So I assume you're going to the fancy dress as Fred Flintstone?
Well, I don't think so. I think I've just been trying out this new water here. They say it's supposed to be very good for the hair. Tug it here. There's some plastic pills I'll be taking.
Still plenty of room for new arrivals who seem to be very carefully selecting their plot. I've heard that it's all connected with ley lines. The best way is feet downhill, head uphill.
Are you freshly arrived?
We are indeed freshly arrived.
Yeah, inscribed, bag of goodies, everything.
That's it, yeah.
So how far have you come today?
Not very far. I come from Yorkshire, down
Fair
near Hull, on the side, couple hundred miles.
Yeah, 200 miles,
great.
isn't it? Yeah.
So, seasoned Treffeners?
It's only our second British Treffen, but we've done a few European ones, so we like the European ones. So, but we came to Kelso, it was our very first one, so we thought we'll come back here again. It's really
Return
nice.
pilgrimage, eh?
It is indeed, yes.
Are you doing the tattoo tonight?
We're not, no.
We did that last
Did
time.
that last time.
Yeah,
didn't we?
ticked
So-
it off.
Yeah.
Didn't it? Got the t-shirt.
That's the one, doing everything else instead.
Well, you've missed the real high winds, I have to say. This morning we had a few, twisters.
That's why we left it a bit later,
Very
because we'd
wise.
seen the weather forecast and we thought no point in
Well,
struggling.
like 10 minutes, we'll come back and see all finished.
We have,
Hopefully.
we have an
it'll all be
old-fashioned
up.
tent.
It's the one you used to have in the Boy Scouts, is it?
Not quite. Not quite. Doesn't quite go up as quickly as those ones.
It's been a long Treffen already for some, and it's only Thursday. After all this effort, we decide to hitch a lift to check out the farthest corners of the site.
You're not letting him two drive you about, you?
He's shocking, he's absolutely shocking. He nearly killed us twice.
Two of them are awful.
He's probably drunk, you know.
Is it? Do you think so?
Yeah, he probably is.
Is he famed
he's
for
always
it?
drunk. Oh, he's famous.
Yeah.
So is this some kind of bondage we're into here? Or?
No, it's just the wind, as you can
We're
see.
just hoping.
There's an awful lot of marquees and tents flying around this site.
You don't want it to happen to you? Or did you win this one? It just arrived?
We're just going to tie it down a bit more.
You carry on.
Far too windy.
We've been off the drink every day. We've been on security. We've been working security yesterday, and we're on today, and we're on all day tomorrow. And during the day, we haven't touched a drop of drink.
But at night?
At night time. At night, we have our fair share. We have, as Duncan Mitchell would say, we have a reasonable refreshment.
Is that the case?
We're off in.
Is this the spirit of Scotland?
This is the spirit of Scotland. The drink Treffen of this year.
Excellent, excellent. Have
Well, what's more, the Treffen drink of this year.
Have you just won that somewhere, or did you?
We won that, and we bought this. And this is the barmaid here.
Oh no. Anchored dead down for it blows away.
Right. Well, your house will soon be ready.
Can I come out now?
Yeah, you can. Come on.
Is there somebody in there?
Yeah.
What did they do wrong?
Mrs. Barrett. The one with the yellow
there she
label
is.
on round there.
Right. Where are you going to put your front then?
That way. All right. All change.
Terrible wind we're having at the moment.
What's up, you?
That's even worse. You can't stand like that.
Too many baked beans,
Oh dear.
Don't do baked beans.
So, what, did you miss all your sleep last night?
Not at all.
No, I'm sure you did. It looks to me like you set up at 1 o'clock in the morning or something.
Is it really filming?
Yes. I actually heard some funny noises coming from their tent because we were going to investigate at one point, weren't we, Billy?
Excuse me, I shan't repeat what you said last night just before we came out the bar.
Oh,
To Alan.
Oh, hell. Oh, dear.
It's a few red faces. Red faces, red faces.
I remember. We were both slaughtered, man. We didn't know what was saying.
Time to draw a veil over the past evening's escapades and head on down to the main marquee, where Carol and team have everything in hand for the dispatch of over 600 wingers to the tattoo.
What a masterpiece of organisation.
No, Coach 7 hasn't turned up yet. Coach number 6, please. Can we have that time?
Very warm welcome tonight to the 613 members of the Goldwing Owners Club of Great Britain. Ladies and gentlemen, sitting there in the South Stand, I think I'm right in saying that for a bunch of bikers they whipped it and came in buses tonight. But anyway, we've got Goldwing riders here tonight from Great Britain, from Northern Ireland, from the Netherlands, from Belgium, from Spain, from Italy, Denmark, Norway, Austria, Australia, Canada and the United States of America. And they're all staying down at the lovely Springwood Park in Kelso for their Treffen. And ladies and gentlemen, those of us who live in Kelso are delighted to see you back again. Welcome to Kelso and welcome tonight to the tattoo. And we hope you'll thoroughly enjoy the show.
And enjoy the show we did. Here are just a few highlights.
Riders. A different time. And each one of those might show a certain amount of lunatic ability. They can become members for between 2 and 4 years. And as you might have guessed, these 250cc's crossing his fingers as the other bike comes flying down. Ladies and gentlemen, Sergeant First Class Kenneth Sproul, Drill Master of the United States Army Drill Team. The group's members use a 1903 Springfield rifle, 40 inches long, weighing 10.5 pounds and fixed with a sharp, chrome-plated bayonet. They constantly strive for manual perfection, and they're justifiably proud to be members of this elite unit. Ladies and gentlemen, the United States Army Drill Team.
It's been a wonderful show, and what of those wingers we've left behind?
600 of them gone to the chateau and they'll all be getting soaking wet. We've got a nice big tent, plenty of cold beer. What more could you want?
It's Friday and the sun's shining. This means only one thing. It's time for a run out. Two options today: Coast and Castles or the Edinburgh Distillery. A very difficult choice.
Going distilling?
Not today.
Oh, you're just having a run out for some shopping?
Just going to have a run out, yeah.
Very nice, very nice day for it.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Nice bit of
enjoy
sunshine.
yourselves.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
Out of the gardens and just take them away from anything altogether. No, that's...
We're having a sparkling good time here, aren't we?
Yeah, the sun comes out, she shines nicely.
It's a nice area, it's a traffic garden too, isn't it?
Lots of polish makes her shine nicely. Now the sun's out, it's looking
not going to
good.
rain today, it's going to be lovely, isn't
Yeah,
it?
now the sun's out, it'll shine, she'll show herself off.
Do you fancy a bit of distilling?
No, we're off to the Harry Potter one.
Oh, you're early for
yeah.
that one?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, Coast and Castles.
Very nice.
And by the look of it, we've got loads and loads of bikes coming.
Be lovely.
Yeah, it'd be really good if the weather stays like this. Be good.
To say that the Coast and Castles tour was popular would be a gross understatement. It's just as well that the marshals are well on top of the job. Imagine what might happen if this lot got lost. Will there be anybody left to go to the distillery? Oh, of course there will.
It's simple as that if I don't go.
Anyone behind you? Alright, Steve! Anthony! Stephen! Steve!
You fancy a bit of distillery this morning, do you?
Yes,
a wee dram?
Yeah, just a wee.
Have you been to a distillery before? Do you know what to expect?
Yes, I have.
Oh, well. That's why you've got a twinkle in your eye there.
Yes. I know what's coming.
Where's the other half?
He's just on his way.
Oh, he's just getting his life sorted. He's not bringing his hip flask so he can fill it.
No, no. He's the one that's driving.
Oh, well, he could always have a top when he comes back then, couldn't he?
Yes.
Got you.
You didn't, did you?
I certainly did.
You heard all that gibberish I was coming
All
out
that
with about
rubbish
filling your hip
that I
flask.
was saying.
You didn't fancy a bit of Harry Potter? It looked a bit of a hectic run that this morning, didn't it? There must have been, what, 200 or 300 bikes?
Yeah, well did that.
Good morning, we're just eavesdropping here. See if we can pick up any pearls of wisdom.
I doubt it. I doubt it. The pearl of
Pearls
wisdom's over
maybe,
there
but
somewhere.
not of wisdom.
It's over here, the pearl of wisdom. Any darling.
No, I've left it at work. Holiday.
Did you have a good night's sleep last night?
No, we were at a tattoo last night.
Oh, well, you didn't have a good night's
No, it was actually fantastic. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Is it the first time you've seen it?
No, I've seen it twice, but my daughter, she'd only seen it once.
Yeah. Did you get some good seats?
Yes, we were right in the centre.
Lovely.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. We could see it, everything.
What about the bike jumping? That was impressive, wasn't it?
Oh, that was excellent. I mean, if they'd come off with that on that tar macadam,
yeah,
it would have been very sore.
Yeah, they were knocking it on.
Excellent.
Nice. Well, do have a good day today. The sun's shining on the righteous.
Say hello. It's all right, we can't see you here.
It could be anybody in there. Could be anybody.
She says, I'll not take my helmet off because you see my hair.
With most wingers out on the runs, this is an excellent time to get that extra bit of attention from the specialist traders. What do you fancy? A satellite navigation system? A plasma TV for your sidecar? With wingers, anything's possible. You only have to ask.
Up in flames.
For some, it's time to conserve energy. For others, there's plenty to burn off. There's a lot on offer. Just check out the information at the office. And if there's a queue, tap on the window and ask for Carol. Always eager to oblige. For technical types 17 and over, there's the technical
You have a
talks.
purpose in your stride this morning.
Seminar.
For those a little younger, there are other challenges. And we found the people with the farmyard.
So you didn't fancy a run, but you fancy your chances at the challenge, do you?
What challenge is that?
Oh, with the garden and the...
Oh, I did it for a bit of fun.
Oh, you're not in the challenge, that's just a bit of fun.
Just did it for a bit of fun. What you got to remember is, ours is not a garden. We got one better. We've got a farm.
And you've got some chrome.
Oh, we got some goodies. Everybody has to have goodies.
What did you select today?
We got some nice chrome trimmy bits.
And will these be fitted before the day's out?
Oh yeah. Oh yes. What's the use of buying it if you're not going to fit it?
Exactly, you've got to flaunt it, haven't you?
Yeah. You have.
Are you
That's
going
it.
on the fancy dress ride tonight? The
Yes.
illuminated ride?
Yes. Bought some lights, so we're going to put some lights on as well.
You're set up proper, aren't you?
Yeah, well, that's what it's all about, isn't it? If you've got it, flaunt it. It's what you said, wasn't it?
We'll let you get on and fix your chrome then, ready for tonight.
Yeah. Yep,
Oh, what, have you got a fancy dress as well?
No.
No.
Not enough room on the bike.
No.
That's
Not
my
when you're bringing your own
excuse.
farm.
Not if you bring in a farm as well.
Come on, you carry on then.
Okay, thank you.
See you later.
Have a nice day.
There's one other special event this Friday morning. Yes, you guessed it, another Treffen wedding. This time, it's Peter and Marty Ann who are going to tie the knot in style.
So what's your excuse for getting dressed up?
We're best friends. Good friends.
Not best man or matrons of honour or bridesmaids?
No, just helping out with the happy events.
Helped organise the wedding.
I see. Well, do you know any stories about them then? What's the background?
Well, they're from Best, Holland.
Yeah, their names are Peter and Martian.
Has this been planned for a long time?
Yeah, for 6 months, I think.
Yeah, this year. We met them, how many years ago now? About 5 years ago at the Dutch Treffen. And I think we'll be friends for life. They're lovely people.
Lovely, lovely. And where's the bride this morning then?
She's staying with friends in the caravan park and getting ready to go up to the church for 12 o'clock.
Right.
So we will see her later. Big surprise dress, I think.
Do you think then it's not going to be a fancy dress outfit then?
I don't know. She's not selling anyone.
You never know with him.
Always ready to surprise us.
Is
so
she?
She'll have to wait and see.
Meanwhile, good morning, Peter.
Good morning.
How are
Is it
you?
still morning? Is it not over yet?
No, it's not over yet. It's hardly begun.
Oh,
You're looking
thank you.
absolutely splendid.
Oh, thank you very much.
I believe you've just been to Gala Shields this morning for this.
Yes, for the second time. Yesterday I went for the first for my own outfit.
All right.
And today for my best man's little boy.
Superb, superb.
And he's a little 4 years old lad.
and he's looking very smart in it.
I bet. It's going to be the wedding of the century.
I think it will be, yes.
Your underpants look fabulous there.
I left it up, I don't have to show you then.
Is this for Pete or me?
No, these are for the best woman in men.
You all got your confetti, you ladies?
No, I didn't know. We didn't know. I haven't even got any rice.
Oh, that's cold. Very cold.
Is it? You should have had a saddle warmer fitted.
I'm not used to this.
You got your vents open down the side. Be careful where they're blowing, won't you?
No, this is all right. No restriction, nothing. It feels good.
It's the way you should ride every day, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a bit dangerous, but well.
To passers by or for yourself?
Drive carefully. Yeah.
Just when you think there can't be any more wings left on site, you arrive at the main gate and find dozens more waiting to join in. And how about things on the Coast and Castles run? Let's tag along and see how they got on.
All the castles way up high, please tell me why.
After a fabulous morning of coastal scenery, we've arrived at Alnwick Castle, rightly famous for its water gardens and its connection with the Harry Potter films. By the way, it's just a rumour that Harry Potter rides a 1200 with Staffordshire wings. The first challenge is to get everyone parked and into their tropical kit. It's turned out to be a scorcher. The guidebook hails the garden as one of the great wonders of the contemporary gardening world. I always thought that was Charlie Dimmock, but then what do I know about gardening? The centrepiece is the water feature. The guidebook waxes lyrical yet again, describing the Grand Cascade as a magnificent tumbling mass of water ending in an eruption of fountains sending 350 litres of water 6 metres into the air every second. Now where did you say the gents was? All very pleasant strolling around the garden, but everyone says the castle is magnificent, so let's follow the signs. And there you go. Before you could say Quidditch, it's time to get your wand out. We're in Harry Potter country because, as most muggles know, Hollywood has transformed Alnwick Castle into Hogwarts School.
A kind of magic, one dream, one soul, one prize, one goal, one golden glance of what should be. It's a kind of magic, one shine of light that shows the way. No mortal man can win this day. It's a kind of magic. The bell that rings inside your mind is challenging the doors of time. It's a kind of magic. The waiting seasons, eternity. The day will dawn on Saturday. Is this the kind of magic? It's a kind of magic that can be all we want. This rage that lasts 1,000 years will soon be done. This flame that burns.
Keep your eye on the marshals. They're turning left. No problems there. And here comes the main pack. But they've got different ideas.
Have they not been through here?
2 bikes. Where are they then? What's he took them out the gate and turned right? Oh dear.
Nobody's come up this way at all.
I think they've gone up the A1.
They must have done.
Oh, see what I can do. We've lost them.
Oh, the loot's up there.
Yeah.
Be careful. There's only 2 on past here.
I know. The whole lot's gone up the A1, we think.
one, no. We'll say it's remarkably quiet at wing.
Lost the lot.
You're joking?
No. I don't know where they've gone. I think they've gone up the A1.
There's a load just come this way. A load. Where now? We've lost the lot, Jan.
That bloke who's leading didn't know which way to turn in.
This is serious. This has gone totally wrong. So it was Brett, was it?
It's Brett's fault.
That's Brett Calhoun.
Where do you want to be? Because I'm going to hide.
As Wings arrive back on site, it seems that the Harry Potter magic has taken care of some, but we're still a few hundred down. No doubt there will be stories to tell.
How's it been for you today, Gary?
Relaxing.
Relaxing? Yeah, feet up?
Feet up. I even had a chauffeur until you scared him off.
Well, that's pretty good, isn't it?
Hard life, isn't
How many wings do you think we lost today? We've got them all back.
Did we lose any of them?
I don't know.
I haven't heard of any today.
Have you not?
No.
Do you think we've got all the Harry Potter team back, have we?
Apart from the ones that have been magicked away or missed the train. They have to get the train, don't they?
Is that what's going on?
Don't ask me where they get it from. I know they get the train.
Platform 9.5 or something.
Something like that. Is it 9.5? On Harry Potter, the train. It is. You've read the book.
Well, as long as they've all got back safely, that's the main thing. Well,
9 3/4.
You 9 3/4. That's the one, isn't it?
Well, it must be, yeah.
Are you getting your fancy dress on and your lights tonight?
I already am.
Oh, right. You're going to glow in the dark.
I'm going as Mr. Ben.
Very good. Ooh, that'd be
After he's come out of the wardrobe.
That will be good.
Because he's having an adventure.
Ooh. Yeah. Right, we'll see you once you've metamorphosed.
See you then.
And like the homing pigeons, the wings just keep on coming in. So how many have inscribed so far?
Well, that one actually said 1,010, so it's got to be somewhere close at the moment.
Impressive. There'll still be a few more for the weekend's over, don't you think?
Yeah, there'll be a few more, yeah.
Brilliant. Is that
Early,
a
innit?
record? Or?
Oh, what?
Is that a record for Friday night?
Another couple of hundred, it'd be a record.
1,200 actually.
Well, there you go. There's the expert.
He knows them.
He's been there. You've done them all, haven't you?
He's got the t-shirt.
I've got a t-shirt.
The bike's looking lovely and shiny and polished.
It always is.
Having a good time?
Yes, we've got to go for tea now though.
Yeah, what are you going to have?
Chinese, it's just come.
Oh, lovely.
See you later.
See you later.
All this talk of tea makes us wonder what we can scrounge tonight. We'll hitch a lift with Mike and see what we can find.
Does the cab have GPS fitted? Or whatever it is?
No, I don't think so, no.
It knows its way around the side back.
Yeah, it does by now. We're near a week. So everyone knows the hat. If you come down the main marquee, you might see me spinning round it.
Ooh. An inch of grass left now that we've got over 1,000 wingers here, do you think?
No, it's, we've still got a few blades left, I think. Yeah. It's filling up. Filling up nicely. The weather's turned nice. The wind's dropped. You can't ask for better than that, can you?
I must thank Colin Appleyard for lending me the alternator and sorting me out in my time of need.
He's done the job, has he?
Yeah.
Very.
Great.
Back on the road. Good.
Yeah. So I thought I was going to be out without my trike for the weekend. And
Yeah.
It's awful when you got no wheels, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah. So you're sorted.
That's right, you've lost your appendages, eh?
Yeah.
Good.
I hope you're going to cut that now. Thank you.
With no better offers, it looks like it's going to be burger and chips again. But there's nothing wrong with that, unless you're a veggie.
How are we doing this evening then?
Yes.
Are we just getting ready for our fancy dress or?
Yes. Oh yes.
We're in it. You're in it?
Yeah, you not tell.
Depends how many more of these we have.
So it could be not a lot of riding being done tonight. You won't be going out on the
Not at all.
illuminated run.
We won't be doing that. We'll stand there and cheer them on.
Where have you been today? Anywhere interesting?
Yes. Harry Potter Castle, wasn't it?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Enjoy that?
It's brilliant. Yeah.
Very good. You keep all got back in one piece?
Just, now tell the truth. You think the tall marshal's got us lost?
You think that?
Aye.
You're not sure though?
They definitely did go by past each other.
Did you come back by the A1 or?
Yes.
Did you? Nice one.
Stuck on the A1.
Yes.
Just stopped in the middle of it.
Never mind. I'm sure it was an educational
It was an experience.
It was very good.
An experience. Said it was an accident. When did it happen? It was. Because I heard this man saying it on the CB radio.
How are the chips? Have you tried one yet?
Very hot, I think. These.
Excellent. It's just what you need, isn't it?
Very safe.
Tell us what you think of the hot dogs.
Lovely.
Just the job.
Really,
Tasty?
really, really tasty. Very nice.
I might be having one of those later then. Yeah. See how we go on, eh?
Just a job, eh? Nearly as good as a rolling pork. Delicious. Absolutely first class.
Enjoy.
Cheap at half the price.
What do the chefs have to say? You recommend everything?
I recommend the pork and stuffing rolls with applesauce, chicken curry, rice and chips, and steak and chips.
That sounds
and a full
terrific.
English breakfast.
All on one plate?
All on one plate if you want. Always got the money to pay for it.
Tell us about the mystery tour.
The mystery tour. On the way back from the castle, we got a slight detour across the mountains or moorlands, and the roads were so good. There was grass growing up the middle. It was just wide enough for a bike in places, and then we had to stop twice to open the gates to let us in and out.
That's the authentic Scotland you were seeing there.
We nearly had a sheep for the Barbie. Well, two actually, wasn't it? Because there's two of them driving in front of us.
But everyone got back safely, didn't they?
We got back. Yes. Yeah, it was good fun. Good love. Good fun.
What do you think about the tattoo last night? Did you enjoy that?
The tattoo was absolutely fantastic. Recommend it to anyone. You've got to do the tattoo.
If you to pick a specific incident in the tattoo, which was your favourite?
I think the Swiss drummers.
Yeah.
They were absolutely brilliant. And the American rifle guys.
Did you feel for the guy that dropped the rifle?
I think his back of his leg hurt a bit, and I think he got a bit of ribbing from his lads. But considering the conditions, I think they did fantastically.
Super.
Yeah.
No, we better let you have your, what is that, a pork sandwich?
It's a pork roll with stuffing and applesauce, and I'm going to enjoy it.
What a biting on.
This is a. I'm starving, hungry. I'll eat anything.
We'll let you get on with it then. All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for chatting. Bye.
See you at the fancy dress.
Hello there.
How's it gone today, do you think, Chris?
It's been good. We had a very good run over to Alnwick Castle. The water gardens, they're absolutely superb. I'd recommend them to anybody.
Did you get there yourself?
Oh yes, I went. That's one of the highlights of this Treffen for me. It's something that I asked for at the early stages. As soon as I saw the gardens being constructed on the television, there was a good programme about them. They're absolutely superb. They're well worth the trip, and the added attraction for the families, of course, is that it's the castle they use for some of the Harry Potter stuff, and that's absolutely magic. I mean, the castle is superb. There's some wonderful stuff in there, and the real thing is, it's a proper castle that people live in, and it's actually a smashing day. The weather was superb. The run out was well organised, as always, well marshalled. We got there in superb time, past some wonderful scenery on the coast, through Bamborough and round. Absolutely wonderful.
Will you be in fancy dress tonight yourself?
I certainly will be.
Are you?
Oh yes, I should be in fancy dress on the
How will
bike.
we recognise you?
Well, you'll see. I've got a Superman outfit.
Oh, excellent.
And my passenger will be Wonder Woman.
We'd better let you find a phone box to go and spin round in.
I will go and spin round in a phone box. Thanks very
Right,
much.
cheers.
Cheers.
Hey there. Good evening.
Is this Elvis or something?
It's supposed to be a younger version. A younger version.
Young Elvis.
As the evening draws on, thoughts turn to fancy dress and supplemental lighting as wingers grab a quick bite before the illuminated bike run. Down in the marquee, it's time to play Spot the Winger. All very impressive and vital if your team needs the points for the challenge.
Someone stole a bloody roller. Must be Scousers.
Childhood heroes, and heroines of course, are springing up everywhere. We seem to have several Lara Crofts, but as far as I'm concerned, the more the better. Has the whole world gone Lara? Well, just a little bit.
Does everybody understand what all these stickers mean?
Yes.
What do they mean then?
Yes, I think it means that we might be in the lead at the moment. Do you think that?
Hi-ho, 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 hi-ho. It's off the work we go.
Snow White seems to have found the tallest dwarves in the business. Anyone know which one's dopey? Yes, I know, they all are. Cruella seems to have only one Dalmatian left. There may be some more down in the town where the good people of Kelso are eagerly awaiting the illuminated wings. might have tested a few batteries, but the illuminated parade was certainly something worth seeing. And now let's follow them back to the campsite. We don't want to miss the party. Was that Friday or a whole week? Time for bed, said Zebedee. It's another day tomorrow. Saturday, another gorgeous day. With weather like this, nobody minds going into the town to do the shopping. It was a late night, but there's no chance for the staff on the main gate to grab an extra hour in bed. How do they do it?
So what time did we get to bed last night?
About 11:30.
Oh, that's not bad going, early night.
Yeah, very early. Good in the disco though, that's the thing. Unlike some people who couldn't get up in the morning.
So what was his problem this morning? Just overdid it?
Yeah, he was dressed as a little pussy last night. I think somebody took advantage of him.
I know what you mean, yeah. That's why I'm swinging it around.
Yeah.
Morning.
Good morning, Sandra.
Morning.
How's your challenge coming along?
Okay,
we've got about the response.
Yeah, we've got about 5 teams in contention now. So tomorrow will be the D-Day for that.
And would you say it's neck and neck at the moment?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's
Pretty
good,
much between the 5, yeah.
Needle match.
Yeah. I've got to go.
See you later.
Bye.
Good morning, team.
Good morning.
Are you coming to complain?
No.
If you want to know what's happening, Inscription is the place. Let's see who's hard at work and find out how many wings have inscribed so far.
Tomorrow.
Oh, so you're going to party like mad now to cram it all in?
Good morning.
Good morning.
So how are we this morning? A bit quiet?
Yes, very.
Yeah. But,
I think the booze helped last night.
we're still expecting a few people coming in.
Well, yeah, we've had one or two this morning.
Yeah, very good. What number are we up to now? Does anyone know?
1060.
It's very good, isn't it?
Excellent.
Brilliant.
Yeah, superb.
Beside yourself with joy at that number. What time did you come on this morning?
9. They did want us to open.
And you're on till what time?
We're not sure. We're probably about 11, but they're going to close it about midday, they think.
Right. Yeah.
Depending on.
Very good. Very good. You've still got a few goodie bags left, I see. And
Yes,
things like
yes,
that.
yeah.
And t-shirts, have they run out yet?
The t-shirts, they've got large and extra large and small.
Excellent. New stocks have arrived.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Just endless questions and queries, isn't it?
Well, we do seem to be where people come to ask questions, and maybe because they've been through here earlier, well, everybody comes through here at some point in the proceedings, so I think they sort of realise that we're here, that we've always got a radio, we can find out. If we don't know the answer, we'll find out the answer.
And
we'll
you
sort it
smile
out
as
for
well,
them.
you see, which is important, isn't it? It's the welcoming smile as well.
Oh, we do try that. I mean, occasionally the smile might sort of slip a little bit, so you just go outside and like re-screw it back on.
Meanwhile, the rest of the camp is waking up and thoughts turn to breakfast.
Cheers. So who's doing without? There doesn't look to be enough there. Not enough to go round.
No, that's just for me.
All right.
I was not supposed to see the rafty tafty bikers doing the washing up.
Rumour has it that the burger vans never close. They just put extra bacon on at 6 a.m.
We're all enjoying a hearty breakfast.
How you doing?
Excellent.
Absolutely. Is this BBC?
It certainly is. Live uplink right now.
Full hours in England.
Hi, Mel. Oh, we're shite. Short. Oh, we're shite.
Don't forget to do my
Oh, we're
washing.
short as a pint of Bulmers.
I'll be back on Tuesday. Cheers.
And a smile with camera shy now.
Oh, just a small
So is this breakfast to settle stomachs then after last night?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Not too much Guinness.
Have you got any last
year's videos with you?
Yeah, plenty. How many would you like?
Let's get one in it. Where are you sending them over?
Have a look on the club stall, you know, with Ken.
All right,
Got some there.
Is it my good looks or what?
It's not breakfast. It's not breakfast I've seen this morning, to be honest. I'm just looking longingly.
Do you want some?
No, you're all right. You carry on.
What about breakfast in bed? After all, we all like to wake up to something hot.
Good morning, campers. How are you doing?
Morning.
When are you going back to your own tent?
Say good morning. Say good morning. Go on, say
No, go on, say good morning.
Say good morning.
It is a good morning. It's a wonderful morning. Good morning. Did we have a good night last night?
Brilliant.
Excellent.
Brilliant.
Have you had your hearty breakfast yet?
Just
Or
after.
were you just having it?
Just having it. Could you hear her laughing, could you?
It looks like the hamsters managed to finish their garden, but we've no time to stand around admiring it. The run to Peebles is about to leave, so let's get up to the marshalling point and see what's going on.
Well, I pulled out, I had to pull over one side. Takes all
Morning.
Good morning.
We're looking to a fun day today.
Yes, we are indeed.
Whereabouts are we going to?
We're going to Peebles.
Very nice.
Market town of Peebles. Goodbye, everybody. That's Marshall's going out.
Well, you've got your work to do, haven't you?
Well, it's a beautiful day,
Yeah,
isn't it?
you've cased the route, you know exactly what you're
We
doing.
know exactly.
Fully
where-
briefed.
Yes, yes. So it's going to be a cracker, I reckon.
What time do you think you'll be back?
Oh, it's going to be about 3:30.
Will that be in time enough to polish
We're-
up the wings for the parade?
Yes, yes. We're all going back out now.
Excellent.
Total bunch of posers. And we'll love it.
Hello. Hiya, Mum. So what do you know about Peebles? Have you been before?
Don't, I've never been. Don't know anything about it.
Yeah, have you? What do you think?
It's a lovely wee town. We play in the pipe band there regular.
I've got you.
And it's a lovely little town actually.
And looking at the route, it looks like you're going to see some nice scenery on the way and back. Yeah?
Some lovely corners on the way there.
Will you have time to get back and get the wing ready for the parade?
Possibly.
Oh yeah, 6 o'clock, isn't it?
Haven't been doing a bit of sneaky polishing already?
We have this morning.
I bet you have. It's a day for it. Do enjoy yourselves.
Thank you very much. It's a nice day. Got the day for it, but I think the jacket will be left off today. I think.
Yeah.
I know it's not the done thing, but I think it'll be off the day.
Yeah.
Of course, some wingers are used to sunshine every day.
You've got a responsible job, it looks like, today, the way you're dressed.
Well, actually, it's not so much that. When I looked at the number of people that are riding out, I thought this is incredibly good today. And the weather's been good for them as well.
Yeah. How many do you think we're up to now in that line there?
Probably going to be close on 100 now, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So, and it's a nice ride all the way across the Peebles, so looking forward to it.
Looking
forward to it.
Do you know Peebles well?
Reasonably well, yeah. There's one or two good areas.
Let's have a look round that, is there?
Yeah, there's the shopping area, which is quite good, and then there's a few historic castles and a few other bits that people can enjoy as well. Just depends what you want to do.
Yeah, how long will they get there?
It'll take about an hour. They'll be riding for about an hour. They'll have about an hour and a half to do a bit of shopping, have a little lunch and look around, and then about a 55-minute ride back.
That's a leisurely trip.
A leisurely trip, steady speed, everyone will enjoy it.
I hope you enjoy it as well.
Thank you very much.
See you later.
Thank you. Cheers, Roy.
Everyone's here at the appointed time, so let's hit the road. After a wonderful ride out, the Wings arrive in their inimitable style at Peebles, and thanks to advanced planning, there's a parking place for everyone. Peebles for pleasure, the sign says. Well, we're going to find out. There's an attractive shopping area, with buildings dating back to the late 1500s. It was in 1548 that the English burnt the town to the ground for the second time in its long history, so let's hope the locals have a short memory. Peebles owes its origins to the bridge over the River Tweed, which usefully carries a list of the town's attractions, and we never did find out who Professor Vetch was. Peebles also boasts half a dozen churches, so it wasn't surprising to see someone on their way to one. Not many people know that the locals do a mean pasta, and several wingers took full advantage. Well, it makes a change from burgers and pork rolls, doesn't it? After lunch, a rest to aid digestion, or a stroll around the shops, depending on your preference. You can make a few bob with a violin, or better still, just charge the locals 50p to have their photo taken next to your wing.
Do you fancy one of these?
You wanting me to go on?
Yeah.
With the Parade of Nations taking place tonight, some have the forethought to pack the polish. Time to saddle up and head back. By the way, it's a left turn out of the car park.
I don't wanna say I'm sorry, 'cause I know there's nothing wrong. Don't be afraid, there's no need to worry, 'cause my feelings for you are still strong. Hold me in your arms and never let me go. Hold me in your arms, 'cause I need you so. I can see it in your eyes. There is something you wanna tell me. I see it in your eyes. There is something that you hide from me. Is there a reason why? There is something you wanna tell me. I see it in your eyes. There is something that you hide from me. I don't wanna say I'm sorry, 'cause I know there's nothing wrong. Don't be afraid, there's no need to worry, 'cause my feelings for you are still strong. Hold me in your arms.
Meanwhile, back at camp, Eurowing has been busy upgrading and installing all manner of goodies. Some proud owners are going to have even broader smiles tonight.
We had a new saddle here then?
Yeah,
Is that what it is?
new backrest.
Lovely.
Cool, huh? Okay, no problem.
Over at the office, there are one or two unusual notices to be read. Perhaps inter-region rivalry has something to do with it. Inside the office, the work continues. With so many wingers on site, it's a massive job to process all the inscription information, and it's got to be done with rigorous precision if the awards are going to go to the right people.
The fingers are just a blur, aren't they?
Outside, everyone's invited to lunch. The smoke's free, just bring your own kippers.
Are we enjoying ourselves?
It's lovely this year.
It's getting the ride of her life.
Really? Would you agree with that?
You're having the ride of your life, aren't you?
It's never lasted so long, I imagine.
It's the longest ride she's ever had, she reckons.
You carry on enjoying yourself.
Cheers.
See you around.
Back in the town square, it's the traditional display of trikes to whet the town's appetite for the Parade of Nations. There's more than a passing flavour of Scotland in this paint job, so it came as a surprise to find it had travelled from overseas.
We love Scotland. Just to tell this one we have the pictures from Scotland.
So just in case the sun didn't shine, you brought your own pictures on the bike.
Yes.
How are you enjoying the weekend?
Thank you. Thank you.
Is it your sort of thing? It's your sort of thing?
Yeah.
You're just about poser, really, yeah?
Yeah. Just wipe that out.
10 years and we've not been on the Treffen video.
No.
And whose fault's that then?
Not to do with me. Innocent.
So which is yours then? Which is yours? Come and give me a guided tour. Were you here first? Is that why you've got the prime position in front of the tower?
Well, that's it, innit? Yeah.
You got up early?
Yeah, got up early.
Been polishing this morning, it looks well.
No, I've only just had that paintwork done this morning, so I can't touch it. And also, if you want to put it on video...
So have you had all this scroll work done?
Yeah. Look at that.
Pleased with it?
I am pleased with it. Yeah, you've done a good job.
Did you leave it to him to come up with the design, or did you suggest something?
I just left it to him. Just told him what I, a bit of what I wanted, and then I just left it to him.
Very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pleased.
Are you thinking you're having your lounge done to match or anything?
Nah. Decorating him? You're joking. This comes first.
And he wasn't the only person turning up with fresh paintwork.
Are you enjoying the sunshine here
Oh,
this
it's
morning?
absolutely stunning, yeah.
Have you had a look around the market?
I have, and it's a quite nice
You got any bits and bobs, any cheese or anything?
I had my pie and my haggis.
Really?
Some bit of stir fry tonight.
You won't be wanting your lunch then?
Not at the moment. But there again, this t-shirt says, I fought anorexia and won.
Can I ask you, do you think you'd have room enough in your garage for one?
Oh, indeed, yes. I think they're amazing, aren't they?
They're fabulous, aren't they? Absolutely fabulous.
Absolutely wonderful.
And they love every inch of them, don't they?
How much did you pay?
You thinking of renewing your paint job then?
No, we've only had it 2 months. And it's been renewed once because you went into somebody parking.
Ah, it is.
So there you go.
So you like scenes of Scotland on the track?
Well, it's our first visit to Kelso on the bike. We've only had the bike 2 months. So it's my first visit and it's been beautiful. Beautiful.
Has it come as a surprise or were you expecting something like this?
Well, I always knew Scotland was beautiful, but on the back of a bike.
Yeah.
On the back, first time I've ever been on a bike, ever.
You're loving
First
every
time
minute.
Ever. Yeah. Yes. Can't wait to get me stuff off and go through the town.
I beg your pardon, are you going as Lady Godiva?
No. Without the protective gear
Oh,
on.
I see what you mean.
Without the protective gear on. I've got my shorts
So
on
what is it you're riding? Is it a 1500 or something?
Yeah, 1500 Bermuda. Bermuda trike.
It's triked?
Yeah, it's just been triked. We've only had it 2 months. And as I say, it's the first time ever on a bike. And I don't think it'll be my last. My lessons are next month, so that should be an experience. But there's something else on there, all this lot. And it's a new club. For us, it's a new club, so it's a new load of friends. There you go.
Fall asleep when you sit in that one.
Going back, it's not right.
Absolutely.
Good, right. Oh, what a good sea. Oh, is it hot? Is it?
It's hot, isn't it? It's hot.
Look at the camera.
Yeah.
Goldwing.
Look at that, eh?
Take it. Kirsten.
I'm not surprised. Are we enjoying the sunshine today?
Oh, indeed. It's superb, is this?
Lovely, you can
Couldn't have ordered anything better
And you
for
can
us.
combine shopping with Goldwings.
I know, isn't it great? All the men's money. All the men's money, that's it, yeah.
Have you got a copy of the credit card or something?
Yeah, I've got my own.
Oh, you're laughing tonight, you're laughing. Empty the joint
Straight
account.
to Dorothy Perkins.
What, do they do Chrome at Dorothy Perkins?
No.
From the bustle of the town square to the tranquility of the riverbank, the ideal place to nibble your lunch. That is, if you've been to the shops and bought some.
Have we had a good morning shop?
Oh yes, very nice.
Got all your bits and bobs?
Yeah. Chicken at half price.
Really?
Because you're a winger.
Special discount?
Oh, special discount.
Do you have to show your pass or something?
No, just at home.
I'm so impressed.
Yeah.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's good. Anything else going free?
Yeah, everything's half price up there.
Can't go wrong. We're doing a banquet tonight then.
Oh, definitely.
I'll be coming round. See you later.
Thank you.
Right,
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
For some people, it wasn't enough to be by the river, they wanted to be on it. So the chances to try kayaking were soon snapped up.
So,
Is it hot?
oh, lovely.
Yes. Oh, get into the water.
That'll soon kill in.
You'll have a wet bum.
So you've organised all the kayaking, have you?
I've actually kept in touch with the fellow that runs the kayaking, and it's like 8 people per group, and we've had 4 groups fitted in the full day. So everyone seems to have enjoyed themselves.
Are they just doing it today?
They're just doing it today. It was just on for today, and we're just hoping with the winds and that, we were hoping for good weather, and they have excellent weather. Absolutely.
Ideal kayaking weather.
Yes.
A bit hot for bums though, I understand.
Well, just slightly, but I told her it would soon cool down after she hit the water.
Are you a kayakist yourself?
No, I'm not. No. Just a winger. Just a winger. I like my wing. I like the wing.
You going for a swim?
No, you will be.
Thank you very much. just give me a minute's warning so I can put the camera down.
No, we want that in there.
You didn't fancy a go with a kayak then?
No, I don't like water.
Oh yeah.
Kelso.
I didn't like to mention it, but I'm standing downwind.
Oh, sounds nice, that does.
Just that one a little bit further up and that one a bit down.
Dad.
Who's brought the bottle of champagne for the Christmas boat then?
HMS Goldwing or Titanic, one or the other.
Launching the kayaks wasn't the easiest part of the session, but that's probably because the tide was out.
He's weed bound.
I tried pushing on the other side. Yeah, get your pedal right
Too
around,
fat boy. Shouldn't eat all them donuts.
That's the way. Good.
Too many McDonald's.
Well done. Next one. Comfortably.
You feeling confident about this?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I've done it in the sea.
Oh, you're laughing then, aren't you?
Yeah, it's quite easy in the sea because the waves just up there.
And it wasn't until everyone was paddling away that we noticed the sign. Of course, it wasn't necessary to fill every waking moment with action and adventure. In fact, many wingers chose to just chill out and enjoy the glorious sunshine, which had brought the gardens on a treat.
Send the tailor to that, so we just can give him a shout.
Is it a seasonal business being a gnome? Or, I mean,
Oh yes.
I can imagine you're busy at
season.
Christmas.
Yes, I'm very busy at Christmas, and during the summer months I just hide in the shade as much as possible.
As you are today. Are you proud of him? Did he volunteer for this, or did you make him do it?
No, he volunteered.
Well.
He likes dressing up, especially in satin.
Oh.
They're not someone's sheets that you're wearing there, are they?
Oh yes, this is a fresh one. This is. It's had to do two jobs: Desperate Dan and now a gnome.
Oh, multi-purpose.
What? Eat? I can't stand the stuff.
Another part of the challenge involved making your own Goldwing. I don't think anyone at HGB or Appleyards was losing any sleep over this one.
Have you got a stick table we can borrow, Joe?
No, we've got two of these.
Oh, have you? We'll borrow them
Two
then.
green ones, green ones in the front.
Hang on, put these sticks in between.
So what are you using for wheels?
These stick table.
Oh, I see.
And camera bag, empty camera bag for the back panniers. Back box, or can we use this for the back box?
Yeah, that'll be alright.
Yeah, that'll
Lovely, that's it, yeah. How did that come in?
Your colour coordination's not bad either, is it?
There's a few like that, isn't it?
Okay, so we're going to fix these wheels.
And all these leftover bits have got some purpose, have they? They're going to go
Well,
somewhere.
they'll have to have.
Stick a couple of cans at the end. It's on there anyway. At the end here for the exhaust.
Yeah, on the end of that. A couple of cans for the exhaust.
This hasn't got to be carried across to the main marquee, has it?
I think the best bet is to
Oh. You need a big board to put it on.
Put on top of a trailer, yeah.
It hasn't actually got any wheels on it at the moment.
It is facing this way, you know.
Well, that's the top box. I can see the top box.
Toys, Doc. Do you want to? Oh,
the
I'll tell
side
you what. Do you want
panels
to
take
stick
a lot of,
piece of metal?
Yeah.
To attach
take a lot
the
of
wheel
imagination, I think.
We'd heard that the Lanks and Lakes garden was worth a visit, and as soon as we arrived, all the flowers came out.
Who's we? I thought she'd only just been.
We're driving in the heat now.
Oh, that's good, isn't it? Oh, I do like that.
Oh, we got grown now. We've been watered.
I'm very impressed. So this was a complete joint effort then, was it?
Yes, everybody.
So you're all as mad as each other.
Well, yeah. Yes, we are.
Well, I hope you do as well with the other parts of the competition.
Okay, thank you. I will, yes.
All right, then.
Something else that was coming up were the oversized flags, and this could only mean one thing: the Parade of Nations was in the offing. Not many wings yet, but it's still early days.
We'll go and get some.
We're happy, I'm happy.
We'll go and get some jackets, mate.
You're happy? You sure you're happy? It's good to have a plan.
Where did you sneak over? I'm happy. I think things are going well.
Do you think they'll all do as they're told?
No.
That's the problem, isn't it? That's when it all starts to go pear-shaped.
I don't believe at all they'll do as they're told, but if half of them do as they're told, then we'll get past, I think. Yeah.
This could be a record number of wings, couldn't it, for a parade, you not think?
It'll be up there. Well, it'll be a record, I don't know. It'll be up there. It should be pretty impressive. I'm hoping the people of the town enjoy it.
Sure.
I certainly...
If it's anything like last night.
It was very impressive. I'm certainly, they've shoved me up front. I didn't want to go up front, I wanted to be at the back, but I've been ordered to the front, so...
You've got to take responsibility from the front.
So they say.
Well, good luck, and we'll see you as you come
right,
around.
Well, okay, I'm confident everything will go well. We'll see though, we'll see. Thanks.
So, how do you pass the time waiting for the start? Polishing, of course.
Is this a meeting of the professionals?
Yeah, it should be a piece of cake.
Of the professional.
Yeah, 15 more run. 15 more run. All the marshals we need. Run like clockwork.
These all you got.
That's it.
The famous last words.
Yeah.
Piece of cake.
One Goldwing looked like it had had a tangle with a road roller, or maybe it was just because it had a flat battery.
Do you think it's in the running, that effort?
Well, I think it's a very brave effort.
Well, it looks like a Goldwing, though. You've got to give him that, haven't you?
Yeah, but you've seen the flat spot on it.
It soon became obvious that some wingers had very broad views of what a Goldwing should look like.
Credit to you. Absolute credit to you, that is.
Oh yes, switch the headlights on.
That's your design, Pete.
It's all of us, it's all of us. It's Paul,
as well.
Chris,
Two girls.
It's better than my bike.
and that lady.
You're going to get a trade in.
Yeah, I get.
Never switched the lights on.
I paid a couple of grand for that.
5:30. 30 minutes to go to departure time, and more wings arrive for the parade. And it is true, a winger would even lend you the shirt off his back. By 6 o'clock, Mr. and Mrs. Kelso had turned out in force, completely filling the town square and several adjoining roads. They knew that the parade was coming, but some weren't sure from which direction. And even the local naturists were guaranteed a good view of proceedings, which started promptly bang on 6-ish.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads. All my memories get around her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Misty taste of moonshine, teardrops in my eye. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads.
I hear her voice in the morning, how she calls me. Radio reminds me of my home far away.
Driving down the road, I get the feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday. Country roads, take me home. Take me home to the place I belong. Let me hear you sing. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, here we go. Country roads, take me home to
next on the agenda? The International Awards. But surprise, surprise, there's just time for one more pork stuffing roll. Get yourself into the marquee for another dose of local culture. Someone said that this dance was called the Last Fling. I remained sceptical until at least 5 pints later. The raffle prize money was getting serious now, almost enough for a full sheet of beer tickets. The arrival of the international wingers heralded the start of the international presentations, to be made by someone who had by now become a very familiar face. And just when you think it's all over, Tom Jones turns up. Evidently he'd set off from Cardiff on Thursday, but had some trouble with his swinging arm somewhere up the M6.
I saw the lights on the night that I passed by you.
Tom had to dash off at midnight to buy some clothes for his 2 sisters who had caused such a sensation on stage. But his brother Errol stood in for him and did a very good job too.
So nice, I got you. Do it now. So nice, I got you. So nice, I got you. So good, I got you.
The morning after the night before. No runs today, no parades, no weddings, just a day to chill out. You see, miracles really can happen, and everyone appeared to be taking the opportunity to have a lie-in. Some unfortunate people had to get up and pack. No bank holiday for them, sad to say. Others were also up with the lark to get the best bargains at the top box sale.
Yes, have you just been in?
Yeah, we just been
Bargain of the century?
Bargain of the century, mate. 15 per week.
Are they his or hers?
One's his, one's mine.
They're going to be his now.
Excellent. So, how was last night? All sleep well?
Very well, yeah.
What time did you get to bed?
Sorry?
What time did you get to bed?
We went early, about 3.
Incredible, incredible. So best let you get on then.
Thank you very much.
Busy day today, I'm sure.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.
They're smart, aren't they?
Only Goldwing you'll get for under £1.
Very nice on your camera, one of them.
Somebody somewhere needs that, don't they?
What?
Do indeed.
Good 1200 starter motor, no problem.
Beautiful.
Very cheap, can have now.
I've got rid of a few CBs, some leathers, bits and pieces.
Nice one.
Nice day.
You'll be able to eat today then?
But yeah, I can afford to have a beer tonight.
Have you made your first million?
I'm about £5 off it.
Somebody's got the £1,000 out there. Could be a cheerful day.
My numbers again.
Nobody's claimed it.
What's going to happen if no one claims it? Will it be a rollover?
It'll be rollover for next year.
Will you be rolling over?
Rollover for next year.
So are these the purchases of the century?
Yeah, this was on the tombola raffle.
Oh, very good. So you've won these.
Yes, I won these. this
Excellent. What's the
morning.
bottom of a writing set? And
That's it, yeah. And the aromatherapy set.
Lovely. Does she like aromatherapy?
Very good,
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
You enjoy the rest of your day?
Oh yes, we will. Thank you.
Officially, today had been designated Sunday Fun Day, so it's no good lounging about. Let's go and find the fun. Luckily, it didn't take us long to find too exhausting. Sunday is, after all, a day of rest. And that's just what many wingers chose to do. Feeling much better now for that little rest. The question is, should we be tempted by any of these deals and bargains? Some look very attractive, or is it that the sun's gone to my head? In the shed, it looks like the craftsmen and women are getting through their workload.
Have they kept you busy providing first aid for Goldwings?
Very busy, all weekend. I think I must have be doing about a 10-hour day every day.
Yeah, you must have got thousands of bottles of whiskey for all these grateful people.
You're joking, aren't you? I'm hoping I'm going to have raised about 200 quid for charity this weekend.
Oh,
That'll do me. That'll do me.
And are you just inviting people to contribute for what they think it was worth, or is there a price per job or something?
Oh, it's a price per job. Because if you ask people for a contribution, they normally give you £3 and say thank you very much.
So what's this one? A bit of electric going on here?
Yeah, well, a lot of people when they get their bikes done, they hardwire it, they don't put any connections in, so when you go to take it apart...
I see. Yeah.
You can't. Okay, right, I better crack on.
You better finish.
I better finish, yeah.
You're confident you're going to finish all the jobs before everyone goes home?
Yes. Oh, yes.
How many still to do you think? Have you been counting?
Here till the bitter end. No, I have a few, but I'll get them done.
You'll get there. You won't be skimping the last one then?
No, I won't let it go if I wasn't happy with it.
Sunday is the day visitors are welcomed on site, for a small fee for charity, of course, and being able to watch the artists at work and getting to see the wings at close quarters is certainly worth every penny. Something else worth seeing is the skilled rider competition. Settle down in the sunshine and prepare to be entertained.
particular place to go. Riding along in my automobile, I was anxious to tell her the way I feel. So I told her softly and sincere, and she leaned and whispered in my ear, cuddling more and driving slow, with no particular place to go. Way out on the Kokomo. The night was young and the moon was gold, so we both decided to take a stroll. Can you imagine the way I felt? I couldn't unfasten a safety belt. Riding along in my Caliber, still trying to get her belt to loose. All the way home I held her crutch, the safety belt that wouldn't budge. Cruising and playing the radio, with no particular place to go. Tell her the way I feel. So I told her softly and sincere. She leaned and whispered in my ear, cuddling more and driving slow, with no particular place to go. Place to go. Way out in the Kokomo. The night was young and the moon was gold, so we both decided to take a stroll. Can you imagine the way I felt? I couldn't imagine a safety belt. Riding along my car, still trying to get her belt to loose. Cruising and playing the radio, no particular place to go.
The slalom course certainly sorted the men from the boys. Bear showed us how it could be done by the application of horsepower, and this gentleman demonstrated an alternative approach with rather more grace and finesse. By now the sun had reached the designated point over the yardarm, so it's into the bar for a little refreshment. It looks like we're not the only ones in need.
Oh, it's all nearly over now.
Thank God for that.
Have you survived?
Just about. My eyes are bagging down to my knees.
Is there any beer left?
Enough. Hopefully enough. Just
I understand
enough.
there might be a shortage of tickets.
They are, yes. Well, they've made some more, I think.
Oh,
so
we're all right
they're
then.
all
Thank goodness for that. Got me worried.
Of course, everyone's enjoying the day, but as usual, it's all happening thanks to the hard work of unsung volunteers.
So you're bin men for the day, are you?
Yeah, yes. We're just trailer trash.
Trailer trash. Has there been a lot of trash today?
There's been about four trailer loads today.
So you just do a regular run every so often just to see how it's going on?
Every so often, yeah. We're on the radio on call for other duties.
Imagine there'll be a lot of empty bottles being taken away.
Well, I've emptied a few of them myself.
I've heard a rumour that Sunday afternoon can be party time if you know where to look. Take it from me, we're looking. And this looks promising. North Wales Wings have a reputation as party animals, and this year they're doing it in Hawaiian style.
What's all this Hawaiian bit about? It just seems a good idea.
It just seemed a very good idea.
And is this for me? Thank you very much. Do I have to dance now?
Just like this.
It's a good job people can't see this grass skirt I'm wearing, isn't it?
It's just like mine.
It's the place to be,
Cheers.
isn't it? It's the place to be.
This is the club, number one.
Do you do this every Sunday?
Every Sunday without fail.
Marvellous.
Fresh orange juice.
Cheers.
Say no more.
Here's one coming now.
Sangria.
Oh, cheers. Thank you very much. Does it take years to be this proficient?
Oh, does it show? Do I look good? I've been practicing for 20 years. 30 seconds, thanks Frank.
Mum, is he questioning you?
He is, he's interviewing me.
For the news.
I think you're all very, very good.
We practice on a Tuesday.
Every Treffen you've been to, you've done something like this with a theme, have you?
I understand these have been doing it ever since. For a long time.
How long have you been doing
it now, Andy?
For the last 3 years.
And what's your theme has been up to now then?
Well, last year we had a cocktail party, so we had all the girls dressed up as bunny girls, and we mixed cocktails and we got all drunk. And the year before we had a Greek evening, and we did kebabs, and we did slam and tequila, and we drank beer, and we had more cocktails because it wouldn't be a party without cocktails. And the year before we just had a conventional party really, and we had some nice food, some chicken fajitas, more of a Mexican theme to it. And this year we've gone for the Hawaiian theme, so we can have Hawaiian burgers and sweet and sour chicken. We've got some nice salads in the tent there that you see, and some nice fruity summery cocktails to go with the sunshine.
It's the only way to live, isn't
So,
it?
well, so annual event, and we get all the members generally rally together.
Everybody brings a little bit.
Well, no, the club we use club funds.
Hello, Mum.
We put a bit in together.
Right.
And we buy it all.
So you've been to Safeways for the half-price chicken?
Yeah, we have actually, yeah. We've been to Safeways, we've been to Quick Save, we supported the local economy, and we spent a lot of money, and this is the benefit of it.
Before you ask, there's a 100-year waiting list to join the North Wales region. And as a special treat, before we left, we had a demonstration of the traditional Welsh "My haggis doesn't agree with me" chant.
Hamate, hamate, ha! Hamate, hamate, ha! Hoo, ha!
Very good.
We met someone else whose haggis hadn't agreed with them further down the field. Some call it music, and compared to bagpipes, it is. Not everyone does things on the grand scale, but everyone enjoys themselves nevertheless. And the odd sausage is just what's needed after a hard day on bar duty. Campsite sports are also popular in every shape and form, and the same applies to the flags being displayed on certain sections of the campsite. Still looking for something to celebrate? You don't have to look far when you're a winger. Of course, a birthday is a genuine reason to celebrate, so we couldn't turn down an invitation from Langston Lakes. And being his birthday, Brian takes every opportunity to wear his St. Trinian's outfit. We have it on good authority that he always wears the suspenders under his jeans. And the joviality continues right across the site. That's one of the amazing things about a Treffen, how so many people can gather together from such diverse parts of the country and still have so much in common and enjoy themselves. the good humour that prevails and the hospitality that everyone provides and enjoys is something very special indeed.
You know what I'm going to say now, don't you, girls? Show us your jugs.
It's the only ones I've got.
It had to come eventually, the last evening of the last day, and everyone gathers at the marquee for the very last time. Obviously a young winger in the making here, alongside the NABD stand.
It's all changed. We understand this is the youngest wingnut in town here arriving.
Yeah. And he's even got his own.
That's brilliant.
Just finished.
Just been embroidered this afternoon. Yeah. He's got a winger's look already, hasn't he?
No.
Ask him to sit in the middle.
Said the bike and black with the letter in red.
So that's what? Sorry, some say 3 days?
3 days,
That's right. 3 days.
Born on the 21st. Born at 2 minutes past 2 on the 21st.
Congratulations. You don't seem proud at all.
I'm knackered.
But was he there at the big event?
Yep.
Marvellous. And did he do his job? He held the hand and he said the right things?
Can't you see my hand? It's still swollen.
Well, congratulations to the both of you.
Thanks a lot.
And is he already a member of Langston Lakes?
Oh, aye.
Yeah.
Youngest one.
Yeah.
So he'll be going up on stage tonight then?
Yep.
Hopefully. Will he manage
With
that?
a bit of luck.
Will he manage that on his own?
Unless somebody's been born here.
But I'll let you go in and get a good
All
seat.
right,
Thanks a lot.
Stay away from the speakers, it might wake him up.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah.
We'd like to say congratulations to Joanne and Miguel on the birth of their son. They're somewhere in the middle there. Congratulations, Joanne and Miguel. And somewhere in there as well, we'd like to say happy birthday, you old fart, to Brian, who's 71 today.
Now, without further ado, let's move on to the British Awards, starting with a special award for Super Marshal Brett Calhoun.
You have a heart of gold, a precious jewel to which I was sold, but I just can't justify your love. It hurts to see you walk away, and I like to ask you back to stay, to hold you in my arms just one more time, just one more time.
Folks, on behalf of Sport Kelso, I could just say, wow, what a superb gesture from everybody here. This will benefit a lot of youngsters, a lot of the older fraternity as well in Kelso for sport, activities, health, etc. So a huge thank you from the people of Kelso. Thank you very much.
The message I am getting from you people, we've had a wonderful weekend, but the message from the Kelso people is, isn't it great? And all that I've got to say, a safe journey home and haste you back. Thank you very much.
You have a heart of gold, a precious jewel to which I was sold, but I just can't justify your love. It hurts to
behalf of Gary and myself, we thank everybody that's been here this week and helped us. I think he's all deserve a clap in the back. He's done well, and it's been a bloody good week, I think. So thank you very much from us too.
Have a heart of gold, a precious jewel to which I was sold, but I just can't justify your love. It hurts to see you walk away, and I like to ask you back to stay, to hold you in my arms just one more time. For 1,000 years here I could stand, your precious stone held in my hand, but I just can't justify your love, justify your love. I just can't justify your love.
And then it's party time for the last time. Kelso 2003. It certainly was a good one. Remember, this is the 4th consecutive night of serious partying. How do they do it? Can it be described as anything other than madness? Have we enjoyed ourselves? You bet. It's a shame to go home, but you don't have to. Many wingers are going straight over to the Luxembourg Treffen. Unfortunately, somebody has to stay on and pack everything away. To this select band of volunteers, we provide our grateful thanks and dedicate this video.
I look into the window of my mind, reflections of the fears I know I've left behind. I step out of the ordinary, I can feel my soul ascending. I'm on my way, can't stop me now, and you can do the same, yeah. What have you done today to make you feel proud? It's never too late to try. What have you done today to make you feel proud? You could be so many people if you make that grab for freedom. What have you done today to make you feel proud?
But you've done all right, but you've had a bit of a problem this morning, have you?
Yes, unfortunately the rear tyre's bulged on the back, and it's bulged so much it's hitting the rear swing arm. So unfortunately we're going home on a breakdown truck today, but we've had an absolutely fabulous week. Been superb, weather's been excellent, really enjoyed ourselves.
How long have you been here? When did you come?
We came down on Tuesday.
So you've seen it all, haven't you?
Yeah, seen the whole lot. Yeah, it's been
Did
superb.
you get involved in the whole making up of the site?
We didn't get involved in the makeup of the site, but had a really good time.
Brilliant. Well, I hope, where are you going back to?
Back to Portsmouth.
Oh my goodness, you couldn't be much further, could
No,
you?
that's it. So it's going to be a long time, especially Bank Holiday Monday in the truck. It's going to be good fun.
Well, we'll probably hear from you next year as to how you went.
You
on.
definitely will.
All right.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
To make you feel proud, yeah. Let me hear you, let me hear you, let me hear you. So what have you done today to make you feel proud? Yeah, 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 yeah. 'Cause you could be so many people if you make that grab for freedom. So what have you done today to make you feel proud? What have you done today? Yeah, let me hear ya. What have you done today? What have you done today? What have you done today to make you feel proud? Oh yeah, 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 yeah. You could be so many people. Just make that grab for freedom. So what have you done today to make you feel proud?
So once again, we come to the end of a successful Treffen, and I hope to see us all next year, same time, but not the same place. Okay. Go, switch it off.